Banks
Awesome.
versus Davis. We're back. Back again. Same place you know us. YouTube, Banks versus Davis. Make sure you're liking the video, subscribing, commenting, sharing, all that. We appreciate it. Any new subscribers, all the old subscribers, all of it. Banks, let's start off with a real topic. Did you get a shape up today? Were you able to fit that into your busy schedule?
Oh yeah, hey, I like that we starting this 1 minute into the pod. Absolutely. I didn't take it off my hat, but at the same time, yeah, hey, real shape up hours. Again, in the African American community, it don't matter how much money you got. It could be your last. You got to get the shape up. It just, of course, people say you're doing it for the women. Of course, you're doing it for the women. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it for anything else other than some people like myself. You want to look presentable. And then I'm in a work environment now. I emphasize now that I just started where I can't wear hats, number one. And then number two, I got to be presentable. And number three, I don't like looking crazy. Like y'all seen me the last couple episodes. I don't like to look like that. I like to look pretty.
So, how much do you spend for a haircut? Because I think
Funny.
you and Amp or you and Dot or Eve have talked about this before. It fluctuates because again, if it's a barber that you've known for a long time, got a relationship with, like you either will get a discount, make it up with the tip, or vice versa.
Shit, I only spent 40.
Okay.
A lot of people, you go to Atlanta, that hellhole, you might spend 120 for a haircut because they were like, I cut Lil Rari, baby. That's not even a rapper, but I'm so tired of these stank ass rappers. Whatever, I cut. Who's a real rapper? I cut a real rapper. I cut
Motivation.
Gunna's hair and I charge him 200. So I'm charging like somebody $200 just because. And it's like, no, that's not how the game is played.
I think I've only been in a barbershop once. This is back in Pittsburgh. I think it must have been an old man. I can't remember if he was white or black or Mexican, but like I think it's the only time I've been in like a proper barbershop. Other than that, it's always been homemade haircuts or for a little bit, my Filipino friend would cut my hair. But again, these are just buzz cuts. Again, this is when I rocked the John Cena one all the way around
Yeah.
hairstyle, like
And people,
um,
when he say Pittsburgh, he not talking about Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh without the H,
Yeah,
G only. And that ain't even supposed to
Pittsburgh.
be like that ain't even supposed to be G only. Like it ain't no, it's just Pittsburgh, no H on the end. Yeah, that's a distinguishable difference between that. Again, that's the rival of Antioch is Pittsburgh.
Yeah, not that version. He talking about what our guys say PGA or PEA or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to Google that because I've never heard what he was saying. We'll get to that later. Later. All right, I paid 20. See, all right. So what happened today? I'm saying this because you had said you needed a shave. I said, yeah, I needed a trim because again, it was getting too long on my sides, and I needed a little bit off the top. So I go to a different Great Clips just because the one I always go to is super busy, especially on a Saturday. So I'm like, let me just go to this other one. And this woman, I tell her what I want, and she just, I can tell like this is not gonna go. She's not understanding
Yeah.
what I'm saying. She
Well, you
just
messed up
cuts.
by letting a woman cut your hair anyway. So
Well, they mostly employ women at these Great Clips. See, there was only
that's
one
fine.
guy. I swear I said this before on the pod. This guy was phenomenal. He was the typical. I think he was Argentinian, but he was the typical barber you talk about with the poppy, come on, like hey. But he was that, like I said, but South American. He was phenomenal. This my dad was like, this guy's the best. I love this guy. He wished like my dad's like, I only try to come here when he's in because he had like his hair perfect, and he would just go like phenomenal. And then he moved like a year and a half after I had been here for a year and a half. So like, but yeah, this one she
You
just
should, you
goes
know
like,
what you should do? You should go to a black barber shop.
well, that's what I'm about to say. Like I go, this one just goes. I tell her I want a few inches off the top, and I'm mostly worried about the side. She only gets the inches off the top, and then she's like, okay, that's done. And I'm like, so I
That's
just
why
get
it's
up.
$10.
I get no, it was no, it's 22. I mean, it's 20, and then I always tip. So that's the thing. Like I get up, I like a bitch. I didn't even bother to because I'm not going to start a scene in a haircut place. I'm not
Shit,
going to start a scene again with a woman. Again, I never raise my voice to a woman, especially in public. So like, all right, I guess I'm paying for this haircut. driving to another place to get a new haircut because that's exactly what I did.
So you end up spending $50 or more on the haircut.
For 2 haircuts, I spent $50 total today.
You got me bucked up. That's a charge back. I'm calling the bank.
But let's see, and this will also be the thing. Like, I've never really ever had bad service in a food place too, at a restaurant, anything. I've never really had like, oh, you, this is not my food, send it back. Or like this is even cooked out. I've never had bad. Like,
Okay, so again, you wouldn't like Atlanta because that happens all the time. But go ahead.
So this is one of the few times in my life where I wanted to be straight up like, are you fucking stupid? Like I said, that like yeah, but it was an older one, and then I went to the new place. It was another older woman, so I'm like, oh, what are the fucking chances 2 older women are gonna cut my hair today? But the second one was better. She did a good job, so I'm thankful for that. But that's just the thing where I'm like, my ageism comes out. Where again, even though I'm the pro woman advocate on the show, I just truly hate old people. I do.
You know that's worse than hating women, right?
Hating old people?
Yeah.
Hey,
Being the ageist, that's I think that's
Shawn
what's
Michaels
called.
said it for a
Asian.
reason. Old together, behind the woodshed. That's sometimes it needs to be done. Like they love that dog, and they had to put him down. Like it's. We shouldn't have old people. Obviously, in politics, on NFL sidelines, NBA sidelines, anything. We don't need old people around making decisions, or in instances like that. I think there should be age restrictions on certain jobs for sure. But
Every job except for Walmart.
well, I never go into Walmart. I try to avoid Walmart if I can.
Hey, I'm extremely anti because first of all, how don't you have Apple Pay in 2026? Like they
You know
still think it's
why?
1980. You got to get Walmart
No,
cash.
because the people at I'm not this. Oh, this almost sounds like the people who are gonna shop at Walmart got Apple Pay banks. Like, come on, like that's
Oh, they definitely don't. They don't have no two front teeth.
that's why they don't have Apple Pay. What's
I'm
that?
gonna use my EBT
You
right
mean
now.
I'll give you 2 apples to pay for it, or am I gonna? I gotta
Right.
get an apple to pay. Would you talk? What? Damn
It's
it!
I gotta use my EBT. I can't use Apple Pay.
What you gotta use the money team card. That's what you gotta start using.
Oh, the rush card as we talked about in the group chat. That might be that one
uh,
Visa card that they got at Walmart. It's probably more. It's probably more dependable than that Money Mayweather card.
but no, I haven't been to a black barber shop. I would just be too nervous to go.
I don't think you should be, and you'll get precisely what you pay for, which is a good service. I think you should actually go to that. We know how to cut everybody's
We'll
hair.
do we'll do it and document it. That's what we'll do. That'll be one of the few times we do live BVD documentation content. Like,
But which city? Which city are we choosing? Do
well, I
we
gotta
go
try
back?
to.
We should go back home and do it.
I can't go back there.
I mean, we can go to
Go back
Southern
to
California, the real, California.
all right. We can do it in California. We can do it in New York again. We're the poppy, and and all.
Well, I don't know if Dot's barber cut your hair because he
I was
black
about to say, I actually
Israelite,
want
but
him. I want. It's once I tell him I have a black girlfriend, I definitely want him to cut my hair. You oh.
yeah, he might shave you bald. Yeah, but at the same time, he could be on that. Dot say it in the group, or he'll say it in the group chat or on here. He could say all that, but money's green at the end of the day. And as
Yeah,
a
as I
black
say,
Israelite
take
slash
we're gonna
Rasta,
take this fucking money.
yeah, and he a Rasta too, and he got a young child. I don't think he care.
We can do it in Atlanta, like you said, just to document the
I'm
price
not
of it.
doing anything there. I go there 2 or 3 days and I leave. And usually it's not even 2 or 3 days, it's 2 days and I leave. I'm not doing anything. You want to go to Killer Mike Barbershop where they're probably gonna charge you 75 for a haircut? And I gotta listen to Random Jewels all the
I was
day.
about to say, you want to hear? Do they play Killer Mike as you get a Killer Mike haircut?
If it's him by itself, I'll listen. But if it's him and LP and Random Jewels, I'm cool.
Whoa,
I
whoa,
drink
wait! What you got?
I drink Mountain Dew, but I don't drink it like water.
You got a problem with the white half of a duo, huh?
Yeah, because I don't want to hear that scared the whole ass production. I don't care if he was blue, black, blue. I don't care if he either. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hear that shit.
Or if once I make my way down to Jacksonville, I can get one there. But what are the haircuts like in Jacksonville?
Yeah, yeah, that's actually a good idea too. Oh, there you go. I'm pretty sure Joe's barber cut your hair.
Shout
We got people. Amp knows some people. We got people.
shout out to Joe. He's alive still. Like I said in the
Well,
after
he's
that
immortal,
crazy
so
night,
yeah.
that is true. He is. I'm a vampire. He's immortal. These things.
He might be the mummy. He might be Imhotep,
Imhotep. Who was the other one?
the one from the second movie or the third
No,
one.
I'm talking about in historical fiction. There was Imhotep,
The mummy.
and
You talking about? I'm about to say shit. The most famous one I can't think of him.
I thought there was one that started with a D. I can't remember.
I don't know. I know,
I
but
used to know a lot of like that ancient Egypt shit when I was younger because that was shit my mom was into, so she tried to get me into it.
did she
Not King,
have?
because I said historical fiction, not historical. So, because King Tut exists, Tutankhamun was a real person.
Yeah. Did you? Did she have you? I'm about to get into some other shit. Did she have you read Kemetic teachings?
No, no, no.
Exactly. That's from the Egyptian times. That's where you get your Bible from in all religions.
But that was the stuff again by her not being a religious person either. She was into the concept of the other aspects of all the other religions. But
Which is
I guess
Kemetic teaching. She just didn't know.
she probably knew. She was always like reading. She always we had like all the Britannica books and stuff like that, all these encyclopedias and like yeah.
Was your mom black? What the fuck, dude?
I told you if you would have met my mom, you would have been like, "What the hell is going on here?" But then like explains a lot about Davis. So
But you know, we would have been super cool too.
yeah.
Like, yeah, interesting woman. Tupac, Kemetic teachings, the stars. Look, so
Well,
I'll
she
say
was into
this,
the astrology shit, so she would have sat you down like she did me. Like, all right, Banks, here's your horoscope today, and
and
you
I
would have
wouldn't
sat.
believe any of it.
But
I
then it
don't
would have
believe in
come
none of that.
true, and then you would have been like, "Son of a bitch."
No, it's me. I would have kayfabe, but like, man, this shit is a work. Cause look, it's a woman I was having a conversation with yesterday, and she started saying, "I know you don't like all that," and I'm like, "Yeah," but I'm like, I can't even fake just a beat. Like, I can't do it, bro. Like, you want to tell me the moon and the sky
Okay,
is in at Aries, and that's tells me who I am? No, what if I'm just pissed off right now?
so you've never read up on your own or been told
I've been
like your horse?
told by women about this. Again, I don't believe in it. And it's not because women telling me. I just don't understand the concept of it. Now, this is coming from somebody that questions religion, questions it all, question whatever Jay said. I question everything. But how? So you mean to tell me on this day I was born, which is December 21st, at this particular time, is going to tell me why I'm
I
this
think
way?
that stuff is the overblown stuff. I think more so the time the day to me is the because again the time frame like is the stuff that matters. The whole idea of like I think some stuff is overblown with the February Pisces and the March Pisces and stuff like that. But I just think your sign does have indicators about aspects. I don't think it's the whole story, but like I said, I think it's just it can figure out certain parts of you that you can be like, oh, that does sound like me, or you know what, maybe that is I've been trying to want to become more like that. So,
What if
but
it's
I
just
don't
PT? See that this is the thing. What if it's just PTSD?
from what a past life.
No shit. The past life probably was better than this one. This one, like they didn't tell me that I walk around the corner on Florence and Eighth, and I had to get into it. The astrologist didn't tell me that.
Well, that's the stuff like I would try to explain. My mom would try to read. All right, so Pisces sign of water, this like that, like you know
So when the
emotion.
shit tell you, they tell you about who you are. Why they don't tell you who you gonna be or how you can get $1 million?
I think that's more of an America problem than an astral plane problem.
Point taken.
Because they will say stuff like, "This sign is good with money. This sign is hardworking." Stuff like that. Like, You want? Let's read yours today for shits
No,
and
we
giggles.
not doing it. It's two grown men, dog. We not playing the
Well,
game. Go
you're
to
gonna
the
have
next
to be
topic.
off the air in a second. I'm gonna read, so when you come back, it'll make sense.
Hey, we about
Be
to
like
lose all our
that.
men listeners, which is all our listeners. We about to lose men listeners because it's talk like this. This is big lightning talk right now.
Okay. Yeah.
And I told a grown
Oh, you're
man
on the last.
happy.
You're on the last day of Sagittarius too, because Capricorn starts
Y'all
December
see this
22nd.
shit? I ain't say this. We supposed to be talking about something else. I told a grown man the other day because he was celebrating his birthday. I'll tell Dot who it is. He familiar with the podcast. The grown man was celebrating his birthday, and then I said, as a Jamaican man, why you
Oh,
celebrating your
see,
birthday?
here we go. This is from horoscope.com. A
Y'all see
change of
this?
scene is in store for you. You just said something to me off air that, hey, that's done in the past. This is starting new, right? And what you just said in a couple minutes ago. You got a haircut. You can't wear hats. You got to look presentable at this new place. Open your head. Open your eyes. Open your ears, my brother. The sisters are speaking to you through this.
Man, this ain't Negro Dollars.
It's
This Cracker
unclear
Dollars.
whether or not this is a voluntary move, but it is clear that chaos and confusion reign over the next few days. There is much to be done. Fortunately, your organizational skills will serve you. You are someone who can, handle things.
Hey yo,
You don your general's hat, wield your clipboard like a sword, and get everybody doing your bidding. The move is completed in record time. Okay, all right. See, that's where you would have to be like, okay, based off what you just told me, again, we're not speaking to you personally, but like,
I don't hold a clipboard.
well, yeah, that's the stuff that's overblown and again fictional. Boo boo. What
Yeah,
it's as he said in Wolf of Wall Street. Why it's fairy dust.
yeah, I fix computers, so they wrong about that.
But again, that's where you can say, hey, and then for shits and giggles, we'll read mine and then we'll get to the show. Okay.
This is the
But
show, by the way, people. Hey, that's why we need some topics.
no, I
We,
mean the
but I
topics we're
like
gonna
calling it on
have.
the fly. This is why I'm like, you know, uh, up ball, so to speak, because we calling it in the ring, brother. Like I like improv. It's the same thing with tangents. It'll be back in June, and then it's the same thing with the random max bonus. So,
All
and
right,
why
here's
is that?
Pisces for today. The person who dies with the most
Man,
toys
I'm about to go.
wins. May
I'll
well
be
be your
back.
philosophy, Pisces. And today, you certainly move ahead in the race as you add yet another technological wonder to your home. Nope, I didn't buy anything today. A scanner, a digital camera, DVD player, all the above. It's a small indulgence for all the hard work you do. Nope, I didn't treat myself to shit today other than a haircut. 2 haircuts, to be a matter of fact. So that's what I mean. That's not always accurate, but there is some, like I said, indicators, some subtext that can be gained from it. But this is the wrestling show, people. It'll be wrestling heavy today. A lot to talk about. It's more than the 15 minutes, but I'm still putting up the 15 minutes banner. A lot's been going on in the world of wrestling compared to the world of football. Obviously, Super Bowl just happened, and we're heading towards the NFL draft. And there's been no real stories about trades or free agency since the Super Bowl. Um, Obviously, the Tyreek Hill releasing, but that made a lot of sense. He hasn't figured out a new team coming off his injury. The idea of him going back to Kansas City, I don't know why you would want to continue to be in the team of yesteryear with Travis Kelsey and Mahomes and everyone else, Andy Reid. I can see him going to Chicago. I can see him going to the Rams. Um, Teams like that I feel like they need an extra weapon. And then what else? The NBA, as I've said before, I've not been into this NBA season. I don't know if I'll get back into it. The college basketball season, we're still a few weeks away from March Madness. Right now, North Carolina's beating Syracuse. That's what I'm looking at right now, just to see. With about a minute remaining, Syracuse is down by 15. I had said this on Twitter at Davis Acadra. The whole Kion Anthony needs to transfer because his coach clearly hates him. That proved to be true yet again today. North Carolina, Caleb Wilson is still out, and that's unfortunate, but they are getting the job done. Hopefully, he'll be back in time for the tournament.
How I came back from you talking about this fish talk conversations men wouldn't have to you talking about my team. Go ahead.
Well, because they're beating Syracuse right now as the clock winds down.
Yeah, dude, man, you could be Syracuse right now.
Yeah, well, they don't have a coach. That's why.
Exactly. You know what
Oh,
their
I mean,
plays are? Uh, just pass, just pass. Try to get to the rim, just
see, and that's
pass.
why I was trying to, when you were on your bitch fit about the NBA a few weeks ago, that's why I was telling you, like, you want to tell me the college game is better when it's just this
Yeah, but it's not
for
saying a lot when it relates to the NBA as well.
15 minutes a game. This is all they do in college.
Now we'll see how it plays out because usually after the NBA All Star game, that's when everybody start getting busy. So we'll see because Jaylen Brown out here fucking hoop. He's
Well,
switching
that
hands now. He could
he's trying
dribble.
to he's trying to prove he doesn't need Jason Tatum, or trying to prove that he'll be valuable as a star on his own team. Because again, like you were saying, basically the whole season is that he'll be the guy to be moved because the team doesn't want to pay all these big contracts. But that's the NBA's fault for allowing teams to pay guys big contracts like that in the first place. Is that they hurt their own franchises by forcing guys to get locked up for 50 million a year, which shouldn't be possible.
Well, also the owners of the team, they don't want to pay for that luxury tax. Be it that the owner of the Celtics, and I think they closed the team or they closed it in November, the sale, for worth
Yeah,
like I forgot some odd billions. It's just one owner.
but the NBA should police itself in a way where like guys shouldn't get 50 million a year for multiple years. You should have a better balancing of a budget. I mean, that's why everyone's saying like the MLB lockout does seem imminent because of the way these contracts are playing out. And what's hurting the NBA is that like as soon as you build a star team, you're gonna have to ship off guys a season and a half after. Like everyone's probably hoping OKC can keep their three guys and Jalen Williams, Shea, and Chet Holmgren, but one of those guys is going to be the casualty, like it was a decade and a half ago, almost a decade and a half ago, with the James Harden, Westbrook, and Kevin Durant thing. Like no matter what happens, you just can never afford to pay all the guys you want to pay. And I don't think it needs to be no salary cap, but there should be restrictions on here's the here's the $25 million guy slot, here's the $20 million slot, here's the 50, like just maybe more organize it that way, and just understand like it's in the financial constraints of the team instead of what the player can get. But I don't know.
Yeah. Um,
I don't want
I
to
mean,
limit what guys can make or negotiate, but at the same time, certain guys are getting paid way too much and just to be traded a year and a half in. And that's the other thing. Guys shouldn't be traded after just signing a contract extension.
yeah, I agree upon that. Because Giannis is like, let's say if he get traded in the off season, he still has like a year or two left on his deal with the Bucks, which is like $100 million, somewhere close to that.
Yeah.
So
It's
I I mean I don't really know what to say about the NBA. I haven't said already, but I'm definitely tapping in more now since we out of All Star Weekend. The teams want to get those those rankings for the playoffs at this point. I will say this, going back to Jaylen Brown, number one, um, yeah, Jason Tatum should just sit out, dog. Like it ain't even worth it. They still might make the finals. Now, if they make the finals because the
well,
East
that's
is
the
so
point.
abysmal,
Shouldn't he show up in time to be the secret weapon?
he is the weapon. Ain't no secret. He is the atom bomb.
No, but
But
I mean like be the freshest guy after guys have played 100 games at that point.
well, if he does that, he will have to actually not even show up at the finals because it'll mess the chemistry up because now they got a big man. Um, he would have to come back, I say, during the playoffs, and that's the wrong time to come back too because the game starts to slow down. It's half court at that point, and then, of course, you know how Jaylen Brown plays, but at the same time, you have to figure out his new style of play, which he adjusted a little bit, and then Jason Tatum is playing that four because you could put Jalen at the two, which or the three where he's been, but I feel like he's more so a two. So you have to figure that out if you place him at the four, being Jason again next to Vucci man. So that's a lot of floor spacing enough for Jalen to play the game that he's playing right now. But again, you have to do that game 70, somewhere around that,
Yeah,
so
for
they
him
can
to come
start to get a
back.
flow with their offense.
And he's probably going to want to do what he was doing prior to getting injured, which is just chuck up a bunch of threes and not get inside. Um,
Well, when he does, he's doing a back down game. Um, what's the best thing I've said years ago? Not to put myself over, and somebody else said he has he has somewhat Kobe feet work, but he's 6'10", 6'11". So he ain't gonna be able to be as mobile as Bean. But he has, some similarities for his feet game. I mean, everybody's clowning him for the memes and all that, but
well, it's the game he
he
studied. It's what he tried to be. Again, he tried to use his body's athleticism to his advantage of like, yeah, I'm 6'10", but I'm going to be just as mobile as a guy who's 6'6". And
yeah.
but as you were saying, like, and this goes back to the season I do, like he could get to the basket kind of with ease, but then now that like his finishing's kind of struggle because he cares more about shooting it from 20 feet and beyond compared to doing the work on the inside. But this is something that I've always talked about, which is the lane's open, guys. Just drive. Every guy's on the perimeter, so that you have the easiest lane if you can handle the ball and just cut to the basket. That's why James Harden still exists.
Well, also too, a lot of these dudes don't like getting hit. They too pretty. They don't want to get hit no more. They don't want to mess up their hair. They make up and you know they finger paints or whatever it's called with fingernails. They don't want to mess that up because it's all about social media. That's the main reason why the sport is it's the state that it's in right now because of bullshit like that. It's a social media game. It's built for millennials and these fucking people that do Fortnite dances, these kids. So that's really what it was. So we don't have the era of the Glenn Robinsons and shit. Even the D Roses that just want to get to the lane and take the
You want to,
contact.
first of all, D Rose was a child at heart, so I think like he would if he came out now, he'd be the equivalent to a Fortnite kid and all that.
Nah, not if it's the same type of upbringing.
But the reason these guys again are staying because it's the one sport probably is besides baseball. But again, guys can stay in the minors for years and years if they're not the hottest prospect. But the NBA puts guys into the league right away compared to the NFL, where you have to sit at least 3 years in college, so you at least kind of do some maturing compared to NBA guys. I mean, that's the whole LaMelo thing is he got in so young because he didn't finish high school ball. He played Australian ball, had that little stint in Europe, like that's like he was in a hurry to get straight to the league, and now look at him, like he's a guy who's never matured as a person and as a player.
Hey man, I'll
And I
say this: if his dad couldn't discipline him, what makes you think life will?
that was my point about like LeVar. Let's salute the great father LeVar Ball is getting his son. So like he's a horrible father. His sons are all fuck ups.
Well, what can you do? They millennials. They're gonna
No,
fuck
it's it.
up.
No, it was his parenting trying to make them something they weren't.
Well, you only could do. I'm not a parent, but I mean anybody that's listening. We got some listeners, some parents that's listeners. You only can do the best job that you can. I know motherfuckers that had a great upbringing. They
Taking your
still
son
wild.
out of high school and say, let's go over to Europe and then let's go to Australia so you can play basketball. Like, that's
I
not
get
good
what you're
parenting.
saying,
Yeah.
but it's a thing of it could be financial because obviously they made way more money doing it that way than
Yeah.
before the NIL. Now, obviously, if the NIL is there, yeah,
Oh,
go
it's
to
no
the
different
color
than what they
system.
do in European soccer. I'm not saying like, again, like this is stuff, but I'm saying like you can see again, like I'm saying, like this is why this, because he's not a kid anymore, but why this kid became the guy he is now from those
He's
actions. And
still
you
a
see,
kid, and I'm not saying a disrespectful way. He only 23, 24.
and you can see again where his parenting shined is like he kept that stress on the Jello. Like you got to go play. Like the guy was not a basketball player. He's not. He can play basketball, but he's not a professional basketball player. We talked about this with the Darren Peterson thing last night. Like some guys can play ball, but they just don't want to do it. Doesn't mean that they can't. They just don't want to do it. It's the easiest check they can get compared to something else, but that their heart's not in the game sometimes. And that's definitely what it seemed like for Lagello.
No, I think he definitely want to play because he still think he got a shot now.
No, because that rap song's done and he never put out any others. That's why.
Yeah, it's usually how it works in
You know
2026.
how it works when that thing was a staged incident. Like I was telling everyone, like this shit is planned. This shit's orchestrated. This song comes out of nowhere for him. What's the next song like?
But again, that's why the business is in the state it is right now because of bullshit like that. But rap is dead. It's just a point of
No, that's not a rap thing. That's a him thing.
well, it's that, and it's too parody. It's one thing where you playing homage to somebody, but when you sound like Juvenile all the way, like you from Louisiana and you from Inland Empire, it's kind of crazy.
Well, isn't the whole rap thing now is that no one sounds their own? They're all trying to copy someone, and again, like
Well,
that's
that's why it's dead.
well, it's not. It's not dead. I know it's dead.
No,
Like
it's
saying
it
no,
dead.
the pure form of it is dead. Yeah, but like which we were
All
talking
of
about
it
with
is
rock.
dead.
But we were just saying about that with rock music too, though. Like that's dead because the pure form of that was look at what it's like now.
But the thing is with rock, like we talked about before, if the Rolling Stones want to get out their rocking chair, speaking of ancient people, if they
But
want to get
that's
up and they want to get on another tour, because you know they this what they finessed with rock acts. They always say, "Oh yeah, this our final tour." They did it with that
yeah. Well,
Jabroni's Kiss.
that's every retirement act. Say again, like it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for rep. That's the whole point of it, them getting the residencies and all that. Or the whole idea of a versus is now like, oh, we can tour off the back of what we did on versus. Like that's what
So you saying
exists
AJ Styles about to come back? It's a work.
this Monday. Well, I mean, listen, the whole idea that he retires out of nowhere just after John Cena retires did seem uh suspicious,
I
as he
mean, he's been
said
talked
it.
about for a minute though.
But John Cena just retires, and literally a month later, they're like, "Let's send AJ Styles off." It's like, huh? What? Like you did all this build up for John Cena, and now you're just like AJ Styles, get the fuck out of here.
So my thing is, let's say this all has been a work. I mean, what is it leading to? Him just
Exactly.
having a real retirement match, and it's like you just did that. So I think it's actually
No,
serious.
it would be
Or
having a match to get his career back, which would be like, then what was the point of retiring in the first place? Yeah, it's that thing of like you're the clock's going backwards, not forwards.
yeah, no, I think it's serious because at this point, man, listen, I don't think this type of guy plays these type of games. He's a country boy. I feel like he just want to play his arcades, go to his church, raise his kids. I
Yeah.
don't see this dude being the type to play these type of games. I mean, it is wrestling, but at the same time, we're not sitting up here with a guy that's just like has total character far as his characters on screen. I mean, he's one of the top 10 greats of all time. He's definitely one of my top probably six, seven, I don't know, somewhere around that, maybe five. But with him, it's always kind of been the same thing since TNA, far as his gimmick, which is basically just him. It's not really a gimmick. So why would this individual fake a retirement just to get an opportunity to have one more match? He kind of had all the matches that he needed for retirement. If you look at it, Penn Balor, he had a match with him. He had a match
Okay.
with Punk, right? Recently.
Yep.
He had a match with Gunther twice.
After and that was another thing. And the Punk thing was the internet bitched and moaned that he and CM Punk never had a match in WWE, and then Mister No Heart looks at Twitter. Why are they? Why are they criticizing me? Why are they criticizing me? CM Punk, AJ Styles? It's gonna happen tonight.
Yeah, because he's very insecure, but at the same time, he gave these marks what they wanted. I mean, he had another match with Nakamura, so that's I guess I ain't really like it, but he had a Dominic match. I think two Dominic matches, and those were good matches. Don't say shit. So he had the John Cena match, which some people say is match of the year. It was great. I don't. What else you gonna do? Like honestly, so that's why I don't think he's lying. It's what else can you do?
Yeah,
Unless they're gonna call Christopher Daniels, but he's broken down.
I think it was just the way it happened seemed uneventful. Maybe that was the point.
But
Not everyone.
does this seem
No,
like
no,
a guy that wants to be eventful in anything he does? And I'm not saying in a bad
no,
way because
no.
he kind of has similarities to me. Dog, I just want to work, go home.
No, but what I mean, it's redundant to do another guy gets retired after a legend just retired, and not to say that Tree Aegis, like he's a legend himself too. So the idea of two legends retiring back to back by the same guy, and that leads into like the idea of Gunter being, you know, a legend retirer, which, like I said, I think is pretty boring for a guy of his skill set to just like, now I'm going to go off and send these guys into retirement. Why? Well, they should be. John Cena should have been retired in 2018. AJ, I think he could have kept going this year, but I sent him in retirement out. Brock Lesnar obviously should have been retired the last 3 years based off him just showing up, hitting the moves with no inspiration, no intensity. Just
It
like,
ain't the same velocity. And
yeah.
you could tell, like, if they're not gonna do it this way. On the side note,
Goldberg shouldn't have come back after the WrestleMania match with Brock. He should have been done then, because what did we get? We got him versus Dolph Ziggler, boring. We got
great match.
him versus Drew McIntyre, horrible. Him versus Bobby Lashley, horrible. Him versus The Fiend, never saw it, never will see it. Him versus Braun Strowman, terrible. Like, I mean, did I say that already? Let me say it again. Him versus Braun Strowman, terrible. Like,
But look who you name.
but that's who the people that him and the Undertaker almost killed him.
Like, look who you talking about though. A guy that's just a mark for himself. Never really liked the business. He just did it for the paydays, which I'm not against. It's a
Well, who
job.
was giving him those paydays? The guy who's driving 100 miles per hour that you keep saying, let's bring him back. Let's bring back the old man. The man can't drive a car, so let's put him in the lives of.
Yeah, he wilding for that. 100 miles per hour on the highway, bro. Where you trying to? Trying to get to my granddaughter's birthday, bro. You might not see it if you're doing 100 miles. You crashing somebody's car, and that's a nice ass Bentley. I don't know if that's the Continental, but
I don't know why he doesn't have a driver at this age.
does this seem like an individual that would ask for a driver?
Fuck yeah.
Again, does this guy?
It gives the vibes that he probably wasn't invited and he was going to show up himself.
Nah,
because why is he driving himself there?
Because remember, they stay in Connecticut. I'm not on no stalker
just
shit.
saying like, hey, can you go and get dad? He shouldn't be driving. You know why? Because he's 80 fucking years old.
What you
couldn't and wanted to book Austin Theory as his pet son / fuck buddy.
So let me be clear and clairvoyant, because I'm not. What makes you think all the stories we've been hearing about this guy for? I've been watching wrestling since 1995, 1996. What makes you think this individual, with all these wild ass stories for at this point 50 years, has told you he wants the dude that I do it myself with everything, for the most part?
What makes you rich think people are above drivers? He's a rich. This is the guy who created the $1 Million Man gimmick.
Again, look who you were talking about. Look at the individual. What makes you think?
No, you're tripping with this. You say like he's above a driver. That's not how it
No,
works.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying what makes you think this. You gotta follow me. Stay with me now. I got something like chat. Stay with me now. Chat. Stay with me now. What makes you think this individual? Hey, it could be because of that, bro. Because I got some list of names. I'm doing 120. Well, they said he was doing 115 down there. I got some list of names. Yeah, I might have to hit that 100. I hit the 30 hours.
He was trying to recreate the Mankind song, the Mick Foley song.
You damn near was. I didn't know it was that bad. And then it's crazy to drive like that, crash the Bentley Continental. I think it was a Continental, and then he probably was like, I'll go get another one. But again,
well, the other person was all like, what the fuck? And he was just an asshole about it.
And my thing is, if you get a wreck and see Vince, I'm in the car doing this. I'm handyman. I'll save you. If Vince hit my car, for all the old people, you know who handyman is.
No, you do the JR. I ought to sue your ass.
Like, no, I ain't gonna even put words together. I'm about to be radio. I like fruit fry. Okay.
No.
But I'm about to get that bread.
No, just this guy is not. No, I know what you're trying to say. Like Mr. Do It himself. Again, like that they fucked up the Royal Rumble finish. I'm going to go down to the ring and tear my quads myself. Like, no, he's to say he's above a driver.
No, he's not above him. Are you got to phrase this? I think our California education system is failing us. So we probably agreeing, but we sound like we argue. I'm saying with him, I don't need a fucking driver. I
That's
have
what I
a
mean. Like that's
two
no.
hundred
Like
thousand dollar
when
car.
you're rich, you that's the shit you can afford to be like. It's a driver. I can pay to have one and never use it, or I can pay to have one and use it all the time. Like
But again, this individual has shown throughout history he has no patience. So even him calling a driver, he feel like it's taking up too
but
much
he can
time.
afford to have a live-in driver with all the money he made from selling those shares.
Yeah,
If
but
anything, it's probably just he doesn't want the extra people around,
exactly.
and maybe it's the small circle thing with the lawsuits going on, and he can't trust no one
Or
type
he
of
already
attitude.
has a driver. When he was in New York, he was hopping out the back of the truck. So
But
maybe when he in the big city, because again, if you stay in Connecticut, you don't need a driver just to go to your. And then he probably don't want motherfuckers know where his daughter stay at. So he probably like let me drive. But then when I go, I mean Connecticut and New York, damn near same thing, but it ain't that far apart. But when he go to New York, hey, I get to drive for that. Or when I'm doing events, I get to drive for
maybe
that when I'm in
maybe
public.
that's yeah. All right, for the smaller trips, he doesn't need it, but maybe yeah. All right,
No, if I'm going to see
I'll
my
understand. Yeah,
grandbaby, why do I need a driver? I get what you mean, but why would I let somebody just know her address? Because you look, if you that wealthy, of course you're gonna have a driver who went through background check and all that.
yeah,
That don't mean motherfuckers ain't gonna get on the phone like, oh, this is where Stephanie McMahon and Triple H stay at.
true.
Because
Especially with
motherfuckers act like they
Vince.
don't know you. Like Pope 12 was like, yeah, how you doing? Like 12 knew who he was, but all of
Well,
them ain't gonna know who
I
you
think
are.
he's one of the most famous men in Connecticut at that point. Again, his wife tried to run for governor 2 times, so
But they knew him from the officer was saying like he knew him from wrestling, how he was
yeah.
kind of
Well, he's
starstruck.
again, he's
But
one of the most famous people of the last 45 years. There's
yeah,
no denying Vince McMahon isn't world famous,
but
but
again, like he was old shaming, and some old people don't know who he is, and he old as hell.
well, he looks a lot. Again, it's because he's with the skunk haircut he's trying. Yeah.
But you see, he's still Diesel.
Well, he's never stopped taking the gimmick. What else?
Yeah, he's still cock Diesel. It's just his face is milk. I mean, but
Uh,
again, he 80 years old. If anybody's blessed enough to get to that age, you gonna have some type of flaws with your body, unless you. I can't forgive me.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, if he doesn't have a driver, that's how you know either his family's trying to kill him, or he's not really part of the family because it's a thing of like, hey, dad really doesn't need to be driving. You have older people in your family. You know, those are the conversations that have to be had
Yeah,
from
and
time to
they
time. Where like, she can't get up the stairs. Dad's he's still working out, but what happens when the bench press and it falls on him? Are you gonna be there, Shane? Are you like? And Shane's like, fuck him. I hope he dies. Like,
right, but also too, pride comes before the fall. This person has some of the biggest pride ever. And then a lot of older people as well have pride because you still live like I can still do this, and it's like you can't. So not even talking about the wealthy multi-billionaire. Anybody that has a job that's older, especially strong-minded like him, and military vets included, you can't just tell them. Like all of us know older people, you can't just tell them what to do because first of all, they're gonna try to son you. Like that age shit matter, in a certain degree, it does. But
yeah,
besides that, it's just pride, man. Old people got the most pride because they from that era of macho man. Like yo, pops telling you get your ass up at 5 a.m. and go to work, or 4 a.m. and go to work, and you smoking cigarettes 5 a.m. and you only 12 years old. So that's just how it is. The Rock be talking about his pops, the same thing. And
oh, you mean the pops he never knew or the pops he never had walks with, according to him?
yeah, I mean, that's bogus as hell. But at the same time, he keeps being constant about his upbringing. So I get it. It's like, dude, I had to be on my own at 13. Yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard to show some emotion.
All right. Do you want to talk WWE first or AEW first?
What's going on? Let's talk about. I'm thinking about the number. Let's go with AEW because it's at that point right now. Again, I be timing stuff for a reason. So we at that timing right now. Let's talk about AEW, then we can go to WWE.
There's less to talk about in AEW and there's more to talk about in WWE. But the stuff in AEW that really needs to be talked about is just like, okay,
The women
so
holding that company. up, we could talk about that because legit, the only people that's really holding that company up right now, and I like AEW, but I don't like what's going on right now. But the women are really trying. They have for the past couple months.
As someone who's just getting back again, everyone. So I said I was done with wrestling. I was out. No more. And then Amp called me out on it, saying you don't watch wrestling. And then I did that. Like, this man trying to challenge me, saying I don't, just because I don't watch wrestling anymore. And then football's done. Not watching basketball. Oh, I guess I gotta fucking watch wrestling now. Shit. Fuck. Again, right now the movie news is quiet. I'm catching up on movies. But yeah, so I'm back watching wrestling. And AEW, the things I've been seeing the last couple weeks is, listen, the women seem to be doing all the work, which isn't new considering that Tony Storm has been the real MVP the last 3 years of the company. Her and John Mox, because I mean, whether you're bipolar on the man hate him 1 week, like in the next, John Moxley shows up and he does what he's supposed to do.
He don't have to at this point. He already made.
I've always said though, it's like the stuff he's doing now is the stuff you want to see, where he just wants to wrestle, not do all the death match and extra shit, which I'm not saying isn't for me, but that's where he gets too into his creative bag of like, and then a motherfucker's gonna bring out a knife and stab me 6 times, and then I'm gonna DDT him on my bloody wound, and then it's like, what the fuck, like.
Yeah,
dude, calm down. Okay, it's wrestling. And then I'm gonna bring out a fucking flamethrower and shoot him in the ass with the flamethrower, and he's gonna be like, ah. It's like, whoa, like, man, calm down. Like, this is the shit where Brock Lesnar was like, is this guy fucking stupid, Paul? Is this guy a fucking idiot? Like, he wants me to a chainsaw. What the fuck is the matter with you, kid? Like that's the John Moxley where it's like, yeah, like, dude, you can wrestle, do that. That's the stuff that's cool. That's the stuff that's fine. I mean, we were both in Texas for All In. We saw him for the same one. It was fine for what it was. It was a good match. But like, would I have
by the
rather
way, AEW shows are way funner than WWE shows. And that was my second one.
That was my second one too, because I did that Dynamite taping with my dad. And then that's the only one
I might go to the one back home, the pay-per-view. I gotta just see how the card play out.
Well, that'd be, again, you would see him versus Takeshita again, and that would be that's a match worth seeing in person.
Debatable.
You like Takeshita?
Really? I know Keith's gonna be mad, but not really. What Uncle Mike said? He said, what do you think about? I think he said, what do you think about Bret Hart? I don't. Yeah,
that's not, you're tripping. Takeshita is great. I'm
not saying he's bad. It's just not for me.
Not for you. I know you. Not your tempo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was shocking. But I guess again, he does kind of have more of a pure style that is. It's a hybrid between old Japan and kind of newer stuff. So yeah, maybe that's
what makes you think I wouldn't like that. It's just him doing it. It's nothing against the guy.
It matches him. I don't know how should he wrestle? Because again, he's not a guy who's light enough or athletic enough to do flips and stuff. He wrestles to the build of his body.
It's no appeal to me as far as him.
Well, he's not a talker, obviously.
He I don't know. I just don't like him doing this stuff. There's no personal thing against him. I'm just not entertained when he did it. Like, let's say if our guy that's in Noah, he basically the fucking Roman Reigns in Noah right now. What's my dude that used to be Dale Tommy?
Oh yeah, Kenta.
Yeah, if Kenta was doing that type of stuff, like having these matches, I'll be tapped in.
Well, that's Kenta's style was made. I mean, he created the modern style basically with the MMA influence and the high flying and the
that's why he still mad at CM Punk for stealing his shit.
Well, of course, yeah.
Yeah, which he's accurate about that, but it's the same guy.
I mean, Tama Tonga is still in the fucking elbow from Ospreay, and I'm like, when the fuck did you start doing this, Tama Tonga? Like, what the fuck? I never saw anyone do the elbow before Will Ospreay, and I see you doing it since. Like, unless it's some homage, I'm like, this hasn't been in your bag.
Also, he is OG. He's Will Ocean Spray's OG.
I mean, it could be because the other two moves he really couldn't bring over were he still does it, the kind of like Crossroads ripoff where he spins them out face buster and then
Oh, you talking about the move he made? Well, he didn't make it, but the move he made popular over there that was getting stolen.
Which one?
The Crossroads.
No, because Cody Rhodes had been doing the Crossroads before he was even wrestling. Because the Tama Tonga story was, he gets out the Air Force, and him and Tongaloa, they show up to FCW before it's becoming NXT.
Yeah.
And they only take Tongaloa. So this is like 2009, 2010 ish.
Why they didn't take his brother? You want to tell the people
why they take Tongaloa?
Why didn't take his brother? Why didn't they want to take his brother?
Tama Tonga? I have no idea.
Oh, you don't know? I thought you had a joke.
No. I mean, it's funny that WWE picked the worst one,
being
the guy who can't wrestle, and then Haku was like, "Okay, since you didn't get picked there, I have my connections to Japan. That's where I'll send you." And
I can't say he. You know what it is? He can work, but he just too comedic.
He's fucking.
He can work, bro.
No, he can only work in a tag team match. Other than that, he's bumbling, stumbling, just like the tall one. The tall one's even worse.
You talking about ukulele?
Yeah, Hikuleo or Tala Tonga, whatever they call him now. Name change Tonga.
He got no knees.
He's got nothing. He's got no joints. He's got no charisma. He's got no fucking panache. He's got no fucking.
You know what they're gonna do, right? When evil, they're gonna call him Fear. When Fear come over there, you know what they're gonna do? I guarantee you.
He's going straight to NXT. He's not going.
If they put his old ass in NXT to do what?
He's gonna show up to fucking WWE, put a chair on a guy's head and knock it off, like he's been doing for the last 10 years.
He gonna go, dude. He gonna look like Andre the Giant in NXT. He's the tallest person over there.
He can't cut promos worse than Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, he cuts promos worse than
racist.
No, I'm saying he cuts No, I'm saying in Japan, like his promos were awful. Just like everything's evil. They get it.
Cut promos in Japan. That's why.
Yes, they do.
Not really.
That's why Tanahashi and Okada got over. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, just them for the most part, and the Americans.
Jay White.
Well, not American. Okay, let me say this.
Foreigners.
There you go.
Gaijin, as they're called.
Yeah. But we supposed to be talking about AEW. We'll go there.
No, when you watch the promos with subtitles, you could see they were a good talk, but you could see again like Naito. That's how he got over once he became Lij Naito.
Yeah. When he going to AEW, remember he came there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah,
I saw him in person.
Yeah, and they forced him to wrestle. He was like, "I'm not fucking doing this." Like,
I am in pain now. Like when I saw.
Oh, and I'm racist by saying evil Nakamura, but you want to
John Moxley, son. Like we saw him.
Oh, it's how the New Japan John Moxley as they say when they say over the top guy faces.
When he be having a big ass knee pads too when he go over there for some reason.
Exactly.
But, when we saw him in person, I said, "Yeah, dog. I don't know, Dean Ambrose drunk or Tommy just."
Well, at that time, he was having.
You know, Jim Cornette called him Dick the Boozer, right?
Jim Cornette's a fat motherfucker in Kentucky. Why would anyone want to care what he says?
Well, I ain't gonna snitch on other people.
He said, "You can fuck my wife." Like, why would I want to?
How she look?
Horrible. It's Jim Cornette. What do you think he would marry?
I thought he has some. Hey, man, I think everybody can get some fine shit if they really tried.
Not Jim Cornette.
You don't know what people can do. People said how Jay get Beyonce.
He had millions in the bank account. Then it got turned into billions.
So did the dudes that was of his age that was trying to talk to her when she was 18.
Yeah, but I think she also saw he had a better business plan than all those other guys.
Not really, but that's neither here nor there. This ain't the tea.
Yeah, so he retired for 3 years and was like the comeback. Again, he did the Shawn Michaels. My second career is going to be bigger than my first career. Like
it's kind of a lie, but okay.
I'm not talking about Shawn.
I'm talking about Jay-Z.
I'm not saying it's better, but isn't this stuff
American Gangster? That's it.
No, I'm saying, but isn't it bigger numbers wise? And again, with the especially in the streaming era and all this stuff you got to account for in the concerts, wasn't he? Isn't that stuff more
He could never do
profitable?
concerts without his wife.
But that's my point.
Yeah, so we kind of agreed
It's
again.
like, well, I mean, we're counting the Shawn Michaels DX run, like that helped boost the stuff after because the second DX run, when they were facing the McMahons and Big Show, like that helped him when he was playing the goofball version of DX, not the third version when they fought Legacy. That was a shitty version.
Hey, those later versions are my favorite compared to, and I lived through the Attitude Era. Obviously, I like those versions better because the D when he had the European title with Triple H and God Rest His Soul China, I was too young to understand what was going
Oh,
on.
the innuendo, yeah, it was very like,
Yeah, I was too young to understand that. So cut to X Pac off the perks coming back to the Fed, and with badass Billy Gunn, great worker. That fucking
okay.
jabroni Brian Adams or whatever fucking or Orange
I
Strong. I'm sorry,
Konosuke
Brian.
Takeshita is not my tempo, but badass Billy Gunn gets me
Yeah,
going, pal. Okay, okay.
maybe I am racist. I just like American workers. What you want? And it just come from a New Japan guy, but I'm saying more so. Billy Gunn's from that American style back in the day in Texas. People, I don't think y'all realize this dude's 61, but he cocked Diesel to the sky.
Well, he takes steroids. That's why they
You
fired him from
keep saying that that's
NXT.
like a bad
He
thing, and I keep
did.
trying.
They fired him from NXT because he failed a piss test.
What was he? Oh, he was the trainer though. I don't get that,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
still don't understand.
they were. I bet there always seemed to be bad blood between him and Triple H, especially I bet at this point in
Yeah,
their
because his
lives.
man is a hater.
Well, besides that, but again, like again, Billy Gunn's still in great shape at his age, and look at Triple H now; he's all flabby and deflated. So
Yeah, it's just hate. Sometimes your own man's be hating on you.
yeah, of course, that's the whole, like that's the irony of like that circle is that they're all fake. They're not friends with each other. The only ones that are friends are Triple H and Shawn. Like they had to manufacture that friendship for so
You talking about
long.
Sean Wallman or Shawn Michaels?
Shawn Michaels, they oh no, Triple H hates Shawn. He fucked his ex on camera. Why would he like him?
Yeah, because they don't really be talking about him.
Of course not.
Well, obviously he doing better than most people. He might not be making a lot of money, but you don't hear about him in
You're
the
saying
press
he's
doing
winning in
that.
life, yeah.
He just smoked. He first of all, he really ain't fucked up on no paper because he live in L.A. I'm like, damn, you must have made a lot of money
I
back in the
mean,
day.
even no, he was still doing those indie bookings and matches. I mean, he just
Yeah,
probably
but
lived.
that's side bread. To still live in L.A., dog. You know how much you need to live in
No,
L.A.
you
comfortably.
again. If you're making money in wrestling, you're not going to do indie matches. Come on.
Hey, this ain't like Floyd. This the real. He probably doing better than Floyd. Hell, we all probably doing better than Floyd, believe it or not. I never thought I'd
Yeah,
live long enough to say that. And that's another topic, if not today, next time. But no,
we
we're gonna
talked
talk
about it
about that shit
yesterday.
today. We
You
don't
want to talk about it again?
I mean, let's talk about AEW for 5 minutes. 'Cause I don't like the women holding it down. MJF is still a vanilla midget that thinks he's better than what he is. He can
Here's
work, but he still incel promos.
I said Tony Khan still doesn't know how to use his toys, and what I mean by his toys, I'm not trying to mean the workers themselves, but I mean like you have to view it as like playing like this story's gonna happen over here, this one's gonna happen, here's what's gonna happen next. He doesn't know how to use them. Otherwise, why would MJF be champion again? Why would FTR be the champs and set up another match with the
Big
young?
part who? Who champs?
So, and here's the thing: so the Young Bucks win the triple threat match to be number one contenders. FTR comes out because it was a number one contender match, so it's like, all right, these guys are gonna run it back, and someone's like, they've only had 5 matches in 6 years, so don't act like it's gonna be run into the ground. I'm like, they run it into the ground because they think it's a story we care about. We don't care about this manufactured story from a YouTube show 8 fucking years ago when like who's the real best tag team? Is it FTR or is it the Well, it was the two teams that were facing each other that whole fucking time, which is the New Day and the Usos. Those were the two best tag teams. And then here come the Lucha Brothers. They're the best tag team. And that's why when we did that fantasy booking years and years ago, I'm like, the dream match isn't Young Bucks versus the Usos. It's the Usos versus the Lucha Bros. That's the match we want to see. Not now, because Jey Uso can't connect for shit. So when they run that back,
we gonna see it, brother. And this the outstanding music gonna be played.
Well, no, because they continue to put Penta and Phoenix on separate rosters.
But they know what they got to do. And again, that's gonna be the outstanding match because all four of them over the hill.
Well, for Penta and Phoenix at this point, they know it. That's why I'm not mad about how badly they're being, but because they've had a career traveling all over the world. They're in WWE to get their WWE paychecks to get in.
There you go. That's why I tell people you can't fault people like, look, Tony called you Hobbs. I'm gonna call you Hobbs. We can't fault the old man from going over there. Why am I calling him the old man? Allegedly, some news was brought to me last week that he's 41.
That whole thing still doesn't make sense to me because, okay, if he was telling Tony Khan he's 35, so WWE thinks he's 35 until guess what you have to do? Travel internationally. Provide all your fucking social security. And so they found out he was 41 by going to
ain't
Saudi.
A big deal. Right.
No, because everyone in the company that's over is over 41.
Right.
Damian Priest, LA Knight, CM Punk, Roman Reigns. Do I need to go on? Like,
that's why I don't get these marks. They mad about him being 41 years of age. He had a 6-year career.
He's gonna have they think he's gonna have like a whole run. Like, well, one, he's black, so he's not. Because Triple H isn't gonna book a successful black wrestler longer than.
Glad you cleared that up. Somebody would have hopped in at the wrong time. Pause.
Longer than 3 months, and then you can already kind of tell, like, based off this interview with Stephanie McMahon, he wants a job backstage already. Like, who says shit like that in the company?
That was a clear giveaway. I said, you just rebuild it. You snitched on yourself. To say, hey, I'm looking for a job backstage already, that told me, oh, okay, yeah, you for sure 41.
Like, AEW wouldn't have given. That's all they need is backstage help at this point. Like, they have one guy running the show.
They need, at this point, I can't believe I'm saying this. They need to call Eric Bischoff.
No. So he can sync his third company? All Eric Bischoff does is sync wrestling companies.
Yeah, I know, but TNA didn't die.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't. Dog, if they went from TNA to Evolve.
They went from Spike TV to Destination. They went from Spike TV to Destination America. They died.
Guess what? And then now they on what is it? TCM? Not TCM.
No, AMC after 15 years.
Yeah, and who owns that? Warner Brothers, right? Or Paramount?
No one owns it. It's its own entity.
When did that happen? I swear back in the day, they was owned by Warner Brothers or Paramount.
You're thinking of TCM. It's owned by Warner Brothers.
AMC never was owned by anybody?
No, they were always independent. That's how they were able to.
How did they get the movie contracts then?
Because you can buy movie rights.
Let me see, because they used to show a lot of Westerns, which is pretty cheap. No, they used to have some deep cuts too. Or not deep cuts. They used to have some known movies, if I'm not mistaken.
But that's why they have their own app. Because they're not owned by a big company. Again, it was because they were the American Movie Channel. That was right. So you can get movie rights from any from any studio.
Yeah, but to have that, I want to know who backs AMC. Now I got to start asking questions like that.
Who backs it now?
Or who always did, if we want to go that far, because to get any movie.
Well, that's why them starting their own television was a shocker. Because, like, where's the money coming from? But what would the thing was that they were partnering with studios. Like, Sony owns Breaking Bad, which is why it went from. Yeah, that's why I was able to go to Netflix, and obviously it's on AMC Plus now. But they created it together, whereas Sony owned the rights because they were the creators of the show, and AMC was the distributor. And then it's the same thing with The Walking Dead, and then. What's the other hit show they've had? Mad Men. Yeah, like they bought. So like they'll own certain stuff. Like Mad Men is now on HBO because it's being lent to them from AMC.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I got to tap back into that show. I
still view it like once I hit 40, I can start watching Mad Men.
No, you look like you would have been on that show, by the way.
Well, that's the thing, but I feel like I truly gotta be of an age to finally appreciate it. After like living life and understanding like what's it like to be an old man living for bread.
But that's the great thing about art. it's subjective, yes, but also it's introspective. So you can envision yourself when you watch certain things or do it.
Yeah, no, I've seen certain clips where I'm like, oh, but that's I think I would have a greater appreciation of it after, as like treating it like wine.
Hey, buy the DVDs because again, you know me and others keep saying like I'm down the street from a DVD shop. I'm actually about to start collecting. You
I'm
keep
not gonna do the DVD collect. It's too late. It's far
yeah,
too late.
nah, I don't. I look. We keep hearing that, but I think eventually some of this shit ain't gonna be able to be on stream.
I know what everyone says with the streaming rights being yanked off or the quality on streaming not being as good as the quality you would get on DVD. Here's the thing.
Which is a lie.
No, they say that the quality on the DVD is better than the quality on streaming. That's the whole point of the Blu-ray and the 4K. And I've seen it because there are times where I'm
It's
watching.
being pressed up. Yeah, it's the same thing with albums. Not to cut you off. It's like if you listen to Spotify or Tidal, it says loose less audio, which is equivalent to CD. But at the same time, nothing beats having a hard copy. So you're right. Nothing beats having a hard copy of a CD, but also nothing beats vinyl. So it's like it's a catch-22 with all of it. And you compressing sound into one thing. Same thing with
Yeah,
video quality. But I've seen 4K videos, be it that I ain't seen the Blu-ray in a minute, but I'm pretty sure it'd be close enough to the pixelation.
I'm saying because when I've watched old movies that are like on Amazon or on a streaming service, I can see where it borders on, did they fully restore it or are they trying to make it look like how it was released initially? It's like fluctuates between the two, and that's that thing where like on DVD, whether it's the Blu-ray or the 4K, it would probably look as pristine as it did in its original form, but like made for a DVD instead of the the movie theater it was filmed for. But the thing with the
AEW.
DVD, no, I'm saying that but quick, but with the DVD
No, go ahead.
renaissance is the time to buy DVDs was 2017 and 2018 when they were dirt cheap, and now since everyone's worried about streaming and paying all this much for movies and TV shows, the prices are getting jacked back up for DVDs, and now you're gonna start paying over 40 for a DVD and all that. So now it's like now's the time to not buy DVDs because they're gonna jack you up on the price for something that's becoming niche and becoming something that's like the trend to get in, especially you're on Film Twitter or Letterbox or all that stuff, is to build a DVD collection. That way, you never have to worry about what service is it on. Oh, what like how much like either just rent the movies or pay for the services, because paying 40 for a DVD, yeah, you can own it forever. But how many times are you going to watch that movie over and over versus the streaming service that's going to cycle movies in and out every month, or renting it the one time you want to watch it and then another time you want to watch it?
Right. I'll say this. Personally, it's only 4 movies I really want on DVD. And 3 of them are shows. All I really want is a Keenan and Kel collection box set, the Wayne's Brother complete series collection,
You want TV on DVDs? Fuck out of here. Get
Johnny
that
Quest.
shit.
Well, those are shows that's close to my heart. Johnny Quest, original 1968.
All
I don't
right.
care about it being on
You
Tubi.
you
And
haven't said
then
shit about
Casino
Johnny
Man.
Quest until last week. Encino
No,
Man, I've
I've
heard you say nonstop. So that's how I know it's true. But you haven't said a thing about Johnny Quest until last week. I've never heard you
dude.
talk about Haji. I've never heard you talk about
Remember how they say in life you learn something new every day, and then you learn
you
something
just
new about
learned
your
you love
friends?
Johnny Quest.
No, I've been a Johnny Quest mark since shit, since I was little. So
What's
I
the
want to
dog's
say
name?
the fucking dog. I can't think of the
What's the
dog
fucking
right now.
dog's name?
I ain't gotta say shit. I've been a fan for years.
Exactly, because you don't know the damn dog's name. What's the
No,
dog's name?
dude, I can't think of my fucking next door neighbor's
Name
dog.
the goddamn dog. Name the fucking dog.
You think I can't think of my next door neighbor dog that I want to feed chocolate to? You think I could
Oh.
fucking name the dog
Here you
that's
go.
on there?
Here's a little bit of chocolate. Here you go. Here you
This motherfucker, bro. 3 a.m. Oh, that's how you sound too. I'm like, man, let him in the crib, bro. But
Man.
AEW, yeah. Hey, look,
My
Jay White
issue,
still hurt.
yeah,
Whatever.
Jay White's still hurt. Well, they're showing Will Ospreay vignettes, so he's coming back. That's good to see.
Man,
Um,
fuck all this. I'm gonna keep saying the same thing I've been saying for 3 years now since he want to do this mysterious shit. And me and Eve talked about it. Where the fuck is Keith Lee? I'm tired of
I
this
don't.
mysterious shit, dog. Is
I
you
don't want to
straight?
get. I don't want to get morbid, but I don't think so.
Is he 100 pounds?
If if he couldn't lose that weight with being sick with the diseases he had, then there's no way.
Oh, so no, I knew he had some type of shit, but again, so my problem is I don't. As long as you good, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, I don't care. This is how I feel about people that's going through anything. If you're going through something and you say something, we're gonna be concerned. If you don't say nothing, then we don't know what's going on. God rest Chadwick.
He
Nobody
was
had a fucking clue.
that's
So
how again the indicators of how someone's sick. You see massive. He did not look any different leaving WWE to AEW, and then those breaks from AEW to ROH to AEW. He did not look any different. So,
he's got gray hair fast.
well, he had gray hair in NXT. He showed either the second he showed up in the crowd at a NXT takeover, and then the neck and like his debut match, you could see he was doing the Just for Men, and that was the thing. His entire NXT run, he was always doing the Just for Men,
Right.
and a bad job of it because his hair would like, dude, did you just paint this shit? Why is this so
Yeah.
over the top? And then he finally
I
let it go
think this
completely
is
gray.
articulate enough
Okay.
for me to put around
First
my
of all,
hair.
are you gonna just because again he has a woman you'd want?
No, I like Keith Lee. I look, yeah, I really do want her and Brianna Brady. I was about to start barking, but that's Joe's gimmick.
But
Or
again,
Rick
no one's
Steiner.
thinking about Keith Lee at this point. His career is
I
done. It's
am. I hope
over.
the dude is good. All this mysterious shit.
Why are the Young Bucks still thinking? That's the thing. The Young Bucks are going to be on their way out soon, hopefully.
No, who told you that?
Well, look at Kenny Omega. They use Swerve to
He
say
got
Kenny
no
Omega.
body. You want to talk about somebody that ain't got no body? He done.
I think the Young Bucks feel the same way. But
No, they not.
my big issue with that was like,
What gives you an indication that Matt and Nick done?
I mean, it would be weird timing because they got in the best shape they've ever been in the last 2 years to
That's
now be
real.
done. It's fucking. I mean,
Bro, they
I'm gonna
really
call
put
people.
down the indie diet, and I was like,
I'm gonna say I'm gonna call people out. They got in great shape at their age compared to Private Party and Top Flight, who when they get injured,
wait,
they
what
did
happened
not
to
come.
Top Flight? Damn, dog.
When they got injured, they did not come back in great shape. So it's like, did you not spend any time working out? Like, did you?
No, they was doing their hair. What happened to? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I be tapped in, but not.
They bounce between AEW and ROH is what it looks like. Being Top Flight.
Which
Because
one is hurt now? Being Top Flight
No, they're both back.
for the time being.
Yeah, and then Private Party just came back to AEW.
And guess
last
what?
week.
I fell asleep. What's his name? Isaiah, the light skinned one with the waves. All he do is just brush his hair and wear a wave. Yeah, I'm like, bro, they've been this. Look, and people gotta stop using that age thing. If we're gonna do it for Austin Aries, we gotta do it for Private Party. These dudes have been
Austin Aries or Austin Theory?
no, my fault. Austin Theory.
I was
Austin
gonna say
Aries.
Austin Aries. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
who brought up Austin Aries?
He working at Quick Trip. I'm sorry, and he deserved it because the dude was talented. He's just a fucking cunt. And he probably hear this too. Hey man, I can give you some of this mysterious Patreon money B-Dot keeps saying we getting. But if you need that, I got $5 the Chinaman at my job gave me for the Chinese New Year.
Whoa, hey,
it's right here.
Ancestor you're talking. You can't say that word.
Well, Juntao at work. But, they gave me $5. I got you, Austin.
Oh my. No, Austin Theory was in that. Austin Theory. Now you got me.
Yeah.
Austin Aries was in that MLW Battle Riot with Festus and fucking Matt Riddle.
How do you know that?
I watched it. Remember?
They booked him for a paper towel and $100.
With Baron Corbin or Bishop Dyer is what his name is now.
The great Baron Corbin over there.
Okay, now you want to start calling the great.
Hey man, that's my guy. I've always been a fan, and then when I met him in person,
because he could fucking barbecue. That's why he's your guy. But no, Private Party comes back, and now everyone on Twitter is like, "Ooh, they should do a new mogul embassy with him and Swerve. Like, don't you fucking idiots get it? This asshole doesn't like being in a group with people. He wants to be the
With
star.
black people.
Besides that, but that's the obvious. It's fucking stapled to his chest like the fucking match of Hangman Page.
And he's a huge mark for himself.
Exactly. He doesn't want to share the spot with anyone because you know what? He did the mogul affiliates with Parker Boudreaux and the other tatted up white boy that didn't last 2 weeks in AEW. Then they merged the mogul and then they merged the embassy from Prisana. And he took him just so, and I'm going to say it, dance and do all the fucking shit that should be criticized for as a black man. Like, that's how you got over, mister. I don't want black people to be, ranked against each other. He uses the black man. He would not be over if one man wasn't coming out doing all this shit. That's what got him over, not his fucking matches or his fucking big ass roided up body that he fucking
right. Dude, yeah, nah. If anybody needs a clear indication somebody using the gimmick, it's him. Because if y'all see him when he had the mask on as a gimp, having matches against this cocksucker Ricochet, I'll send him this. Motherfucker, you can't whip my ass. I don't care how many flips you can do. You only 5'9", slap the shit out of you. But that motherfucker, let me talk about him. And I ain't just doing this because, you say the Corey Holcomb move I do.
It's true. If Amp and I see it, we see it.
Well, some people, I got to do my best Corey Holcomb impersonation without us getting kicked off the airways. Some people just backdoor you. Ricochet, your girl says she finger popped you, not your woman now. Your old girl says she finger popped you. I ain't got to justify shit. Real niggas want to justify shit. That's what Corey be saying. I ain't got to justify shit. I say all that to say, Samantha Irvin, what you trying to do? At the end of the day, because I can sing too.
Okay, now that's done, I let you do your little again. Look, you hate a man anytime they get a woman you want. It's just plain Jonathan Majors, Kevin Knight.
But I'm telling you, who is Kevin Knight? You keep saying this dude like I'm
Kevin Knight just wrestled Beast Mortos on AEW.
Guess what, brother? I ain't watched that.
And you see again, you ain't for your people. You're like, who's Kevin Knight?
Yeah, a lot of them suck.
He was in Dallas. He's in the tag team with Mike Bailey.
Oh, you talking about the dude that dressed like, yeah, okay.
Okay, see now.
Milli Vanilli. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Milli Vanilli. Oh, see now, and you're mad when Ann brings up Milli Vanilli, but yeah, you're the one.
It ain't even him, but
that's my issue is I like the fans in AEW still do the worst job of like, let's fantasy book shit that's never gonna make sense or never gonna fucking happen. Why would Swerve be in a new group? His old group is with the guy you just talked about. They put fucking Gates of Agony of Ricochet because this asshole doesn't want to share the spotlight with anyone except his dancing puppet.
His dancing puppet is wild.
And now he sends Kenny Omega off TV. So Kenny
that's
Omega
the real Bojangles right there.
Yeah, and that's what's going to lead into our next thing. We don't spend too much time on it, but like, to me, I mean, I'm still going to watch it, but like the things they're doing is so like, are you just?
All right, let me ask you this:
see the plan? Like, I mean, the play. Andrade is over. He's over as fuck, and they don't make him the number one contender. They don't because it's going to be heel versus heel. Like,
and he's not even really a heel. He don't do heel shit.
No, MJF's the heel because he's the biggest bitch in the company.
No, I'm not talking about. I almost said a word I can't say.
I'm saying, but Andrade, like that scene. So of course Andrade would be the face by default, but like that scene, like people want to root for this guy, even though he's in the heel faction. Like, so they're trying to make Hangman Page lose the match, and he loses his chance to challenge for the title. So because we're afraid, like none of this makes any sense. So
because Hangman should have never lost the title to Joe.
Exactly.
Sloppy Joe, pause.
Exactly.
Super pause. But he should never lost the title to him. Dude, it goes without saying I'm a Samoa Joe mark. I mean, goddamn, 2020 or 2020, I'm tripping. 2002 was 24 years ago. To this day, when he was with Rick Bassman, still a fan, all right? But the point is, the thing about the old days is it's the old day. Is Samoa Joe over the hill? No. Is he slower? He's always been slow to a certain degree. It's just the point of he didn't need to get his. I mean, dog, he been over the hill for 10 years, and then people say he should have had a better run in WWE. Now I got to contradict myself.
Well, the
I
run
said
in WWE
slow. I
was
didn't say over the hill, but you right. Now I got to agree with you because you're actually right.
the
But
main roster run was bogged down by all those concussions, so it never really got. Every time it was about to get started, he got injured again. Get started, got injured again, and that's why they made him the announcer, and then
and they
tried to send him back to NXT. Yeah,
also too, if people need to say they was picking on him, no, they did the same thing to Alexa
no,
Bliss because she had like 6 in a month, and
he
they
got the
slowed her down a little bit.
concussion at like a commercial taping, remember, or something like that. The first one.
Yeah, her little ass is getting hit in the head, like
You know what I'm
itching
saying?
and
Samoa
scratching.
Joe.
I
Samoa
don't
Joe,
know. She was just getting her concussions because she never tucked her head.
And she can't wrestle, so she can't.
She
hits
alright.
she hits her moonsault and her DDT, and that's it.
She alright.
She's double jointed, so she can pop her arm out like, oh, my arm is broken. You broke my like, no, she sucks.
She alright. Now she a hell of a promo.
No.
You bugging. She not a good promo?
No. All she did was just do, I'm better than you. I am better than you. I'm the pretty girl.
She did it better than some of y'all favorites, even though she ain't better in the ring with them.
She had the squash match equivalent of a promo last night. What I said,
no, not her. Let's go back to Monet. I was about to talk about Monet.
Oh no, she's a better promo than Alexa.
Who?
Mercedes Monet.
You tripping?
You hate her. Your hate for her makes no sense.
She could work. What are you talking about?
No,
she could wrestle.
You're like, she's a way better promo than Alexa.
You wildin'. What's your favorite Mercedes Monet promo?
What's your favorite Alexa Bliss one? Huh?
The one when she silenced the crowd. The one when she was picking on Nia Jax. All the Nia Jax programs.
She had the easiest target. You're a big girl. I'm the short, cute girl. Like, oh, who wouldn't react to that?
Yeah, but the way she delivered it, it was the same way that you do it. Y'all little people just mean. So she was just mean as hell. It worked for that era because it was the bully era, the bully campaign era. So it worked. Mercedes Monet, I could tell you. She was saying, I'm that bitch before old girl.
I'll give you that one. Yeah. She was on that time for a little bit.
And then she always talked like she reading with her finger.
Well, she's very like, she does stuff with her hands a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, hell of a worker. One of the greatest workers I've seen. Not just men, women, just, whatever. But promo ain't there, dog. But then again, we got to think about, that 4 horsemen shit ain't real. But we got to think about the other 3 people. It's not a real thing. But we got to think about the other 3 people. So I can't expect her to be a great promo when you standing next to Becky, Bailey, and the GOAT.
Becky Lynch being a great promo? Nah.
If you say no, you're real bugged out.
She's not. Let me tell you. Oh, I'm Big Torn Bix, and I'm here to tell you. Oh, I'm having a match. Then, oh yeah, you're a Bianca Bella. You're a great dresser. You're a great talent. And she's the most overrated women's promo of the last 15 years is Becky Lynch.
Which
horrible? Becky Lynch. She's the
most which overrated. Promo? You talking about her as a promo?
Her entire the man shit sucked. The shit
you might as well switch to WWE. We already switched the title to WWE. We already here.
Again, I didn't. All right, here's the thing, people. Since I'm back to watching, I'm just not gonna listen or watch the shit I don't care about. So when Becky Lynch came out to confront AJ, that was on mute. All I saw was Becky Lynch do her over the top face, and she's like, AJ, your husband.
Why you keep doing that accent?
That's how she fucking sounds. I wrote a book. Have you ever written a book? Oh yeah, I've been a mother. I've been a mother my whole life. I've like that's how she fucking sounds when you.
Your ancestors is talking to you because that's actually a pretty good accent.
Horrible. She's been the most overrated talker.
That was a good promo this past Monday.
Most overrated. I don't know because I'll never hear it.
Okay, so you need to hear AJ step.
I'll never hear it. She might be a good talker, but I'll never listen.
That's insane the way he could just tap into his ancestry. I could do the same, sound like a Nigerian, but
you think I want to hear a Becky Lynch promo? You got another thing coming, lad?
That's crazy. I'm gonna do Nigerian accent in a minute.
No, I
But,
can't listen to Becky
so
Lynch talk.
you got to hear what AJ Lee. You don't have to hear what AJ Lee said.
Oh, and I want to hear. And her husband's a hypocrite. What is she?
Better than him.
Because that old man sent us his firing papers on our wedding day, but I'll come skip out to the ring so I can come back and work for your company, even though you don't respect women, and I'll pretend like you do. Like, fuck
Yeah.
her.
Because
Fuck
this was,
like,
you know what you do with blood money? You wash it off, but it still was blood money.
exactly. No, they're stained. Her husband's a whore for money. It's plain and simple.
Well,
And now she
shit.
is.
You want to go back to AEW and talk about his
They
run
were
there?
paying him there. What do you mean?
Yeah.
They were paying him. They gave him a whole fucking show over there.
Exactly. And that's why the vanilla midget, I was about to say something else. The vanilla midget, again, he was right about that. People was like, he's just a great heel. No, he's not. But he did say, I don't like him. I respect him, but I don't like him. When he was on Chris Van Vliet's episode being MJF, people was all he was his heel working. I'm like, nah, you could tell the difference. The dude, it was stone face when he said it. When you don't like somebody,
And
you
again,
stone face.
I'm gonna trust his judgment on this guy, the guy who's holding the title hostage because he can't go to WWE and can't make it in Hollywood. I'm gonna listen to his judgment on people who are
Well,
terrible people behind it.
people been when they hate him, they pretty accurate about Phil. So I'm gonna say yeah, because people keep thinking this will work when people keep saying they don't fuck with him. No, at this point, it's got to be real
Yeah,
because
no one
everybody's
again.
straight face.
The only reason he's there isn't the Roman Reigns like a violation, is because they saw the fucking money they can make with him being there. That's why.
But are they? Are they making a lot of money compared to what they used to? And this is the inflation era, so it actually equivalates more. Are they though?
It's easy money.
Eh,
Because again, they're able to sell those fucking best in the world per
are
city
they really
shirts.
selling T-shirts compared to Jay Uso?
Yeah,
He's still talking merch.
the only thing they can't sell is tickets to the
Well,
biggest
that's a
event
given.
in their fucking company.
I mean, it's just like the music business right now. Nobody doing well as far as touring. Hey, Kanye have, if not my favorite bar ever, it's up there. Niggas is going through real shit, man. They gotta work. That's why every
I think
goddamn dance track gotta work.
I think the issue now more than ever is people want to make sure they get what they're paying for. So WrestleMania being less than 2 months away now, you got one match announced. I'm not paying $800 for one night, let alone 2 nights, and I don't know what any of the matches are at this point. So I think that's where it's coming apart, which is people want to know the shows that they're paying for.
Listen, listen. How about we have uh LA Knight versus Dominic
Exactly.
Mysterio. But
Yeah.
Elimination Chamber, Charlotte. Fuck my girl. Actually, too, Charlotte, you know how I feel about you, baby, in the words of 50 Cent. Hey, if they about to pull the trigger on
And do
what we
Jade
saw
versus
last
Charlotte?
night,
No.
dude, she would have to, you got to carry the promo. You got to pay her triple. You got to carry the promos and work. God bless your soul. Even your dad couldn't carry that match in his prime.
Well, I don't even think she's in the match because Kiana James won the match. So unless they do the runner up gets in match like they tend to do for the Elimination Chamber, like the last spot is the losers of the previous matches get their chance to get in. That'll probably happen, but like
They
because
still
it's
waiting for Shorty to get back, even though she just got hand surgery like that.
oh
Okay.
that's not she won't be able. All right,
A
if you
finger only
took
takes like 3 weeks to heal, by the way.
then what? Exactly. Then why did you take a year and a half to get surgery for it?
Because I'm gonna use my PTO. I'm not even mad at her.
Nah, that's still the most. So that's the thing. She's gonna delay surgery, but she's gonna rush back post surgery. Like what?
Hey, dog, you right. So I'm tripping. But remember, Scottie Pippen did that during the Last Dance in
Bro, that
'98.
was him being a fucking cunty asshole. That's why. Like, I'm gonna enjoy my.
Y'all not gonna pay me more? Maybe it's
I'm
a
gonna. I'm
look.
gonna take my vacation then, and then they'll come back.
So I'm
Uh,
about to go trick because that's all I do in
basically.
Chicago and have 20 kids. And I ain't doing Bojangles, he not urban. Never. Again, this is me. Everybody know how I get down. Apparently, it's a LA thing. We don't let shit go. So I ain't forgetting what you said. But even though you ain't listening, it just when people say stupid shit, I have to memorize it so I can say it later on, even if people don't understand what I'm saying. Like this fucking dude, side note, this dude at work was like, me and this old dude was talking. And then this dude was like, yeah, rush hour traffic usually is at 4 p.m. We like, but it starts building at 2 p.m. That's what I said. I said, no, it begins at 2 p.m. because some people get off work at 1 p.m., dumbass. 4 p.m. is ideally rush hour, but it starts 1, 2 p.m. in most American cities because everybody has a different time clock. And this motherfucker was like, no, but it really started at 4. I said, okay, get the fuck out of my face. So when people say stupid shit, even if nobody else heard it, I can't help but remember it. Like, this motherfucker really said that. So anyhow, Kiana James, they keep calling her black.
Oh no, I'm not. Take that to Eve. Take that to. I'm not doing that with you here.
People
Nope,
keep
I'm
telling me
not.
this.
No, 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 no,
I don't
no,
understand.
no,
No,
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
you
no.
the expert, motherfucker.
I'm not doing this. I'm not explaining it to you. You got the internet. You either listen to us. Or
No,
you
I try
shut
to
up.
do my Googles. I don't get what's going on.
Anyway.
The motherfucker look good, but I don't.
Anyway, again, I'm not. Again.
So
People
who in the
try.
elimination chamber?
People
We all,
try to tell you, and you don't want. Who's in the women's elimination chamber as of right now?
yeah. Because y'all keep trying to tell me about shit like this, and I'm like, no, y'all keep doing this Halsey thing. I'm not doing this. And
Kiana James, like I said, made it after last night, and then who are the other ones?
they really starting to believe her. I mean, she not bad. She got better.
Asuka.
Yeah, that's it. My girl, legend. But they said, no, we want you. They want you to
Alexa
get up out of here.
Bliss, ironically, and then
Hey, speaking of somebody that's 40 plus, Oscar.
but she's been there. The thing was, and Rhea Ripley. So would they finally do Rhea versus Jade?
Yeah. By default, come on, bro. It's Rhea Ripley. When don't she main event of a WrestleMania?
Well, that match wouldn't main event. Fuck, it'd be the shortest main event in history.
No, because they're gonna try to see if she could be a ring general.
No, it wouldn't. That match would not main it because you're not gonna give Drew McIntyre his main event. You're gonna shit on this guy even more.
No. Oh, you talking about okay? Because you know they do second, third main event. It's like boxing. So of course it would close up the show.
Main event is the last match. Don't do again. This was the shit that CM Punk bitched and moaned about, where Vince stole me on the idea of like you were in the main event. The main event's the last match, and then he got his main event for night one, and did his thank you for giving me the main event, Triple H.
And he shouldn't say them tears for this year because this is the real main event.
Will probably be Drew versus Cody versus hopefully Jacob Fatu, and then the night two.
Hey, let me tell you a secret. Can I tell you a secret?
It's not
Listen
up.
Jacob
Fatu. It's not going to be Jacob. It's not. Even though
no, hold on. Let me talk. Let me land. I swear on my heartbeat. I swear, if it's Drew versus Cody Rhodes, night one main event, the TV is going the fuck off. And I guarantee what they do. Am I tweaking? Hold on, let me get close to the camera. They've been doing this shit have they not been doing this shit for 8 months now? Am I tweaking?
Did you not remember that it was Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes at 39, and then Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes at 40?
But they've been doing this for 9 months. What other match? They just did 3 stages.
I just told you it's Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, but they don't want to do it because otherwise you would have had Jacob Fatu win the triple threat match to get into the chamber, and then do the thing that should be done, which is you turn Cody Rhodes heel because that's what he is now. Steal his way into the match. What benefit
would it have? I hate to cut you off.
Because then you really because Drew McIntyre can be the tweener, and then you fully make Jacob Fatu the face that he deserves to be, and get everyone on his side. So when he gets fucked over by Cody, people now have a reason to fully invest in Jacob Fatu.
No, so
again, Cody's not there, and they try
to. You can't do one-on-one. I'm probably missing what you're saying.
Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu 1-on-1 for the title. Not
Cody.
Right,
I'm saying Cody versus Drew at WrestleMania. That's what I was thinking.
Maybe they do. I know
if it's a triple threat, I'm watching.
what you're saying makes sense too. It's a program that they've been running, and what other stipulations can you do to make it special, especially at WrestleMania? But that's the thing. It's like the only other option they have because when you look
It's
at
the triple threat.
option, yeah, because
yeah, I'm watching that. My fault. I misinterpreted what you said. I will watch that.
I mean, it's
I
just
thought
how
you
they
meant Cody versus Drew 1-on-1.
That's
There's
what
not
it looks like. That's what it looks like it's going to be. And I'm saying unless they somehow, and this is probably what their plan is, but how they get there is the interesting part. Like, what's the way Jacob Fatu gets his way into that match?
beat somebody ass or just run in somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know how you get in the elimination chamber when it's closed off, but
don't forget when Kofi Kingston came out, Edge beat his ass and took his spot in the chamber. That's what you can do.
Then that makes Jacob a heel, but he's obviously a babyface.
That's my point. Like, which is why he should have won. And then you have Cody do that to screw him over, and then you like Cody Rhodes. I understand it because he needs to be a heel now. This guy look at him. He's a heel. He's a white guy with blonde hair and wears 3-piece suits. What says this guy's a good guy?
What says he could be a heel? You think I want to hear my fucking heel sound
that's how he got over on the Indies as being a heel. That I'm above.
Yeah, 5 people watched in the barnyard.
He was part of the fucking Bullet Club in Japan. You
numbskull. And he was like, I know. Damn, you be stepping on my damn jokes. Let me land. And how many people gave a fuck about him in the Bullet Club?
They did at first. He kicked off the story with the Elite. Like that's
this
why.
Is the new regime. This is the Bucks.
And then he got his match with Kenny Omega, where he could show there are certainly levels between Kenny Omega and him.
Levels. Kenny Omega is up there.
Yeah.
That fucking jabroni is down here. I forgot who said that at wrestling. You down here. I'm up here. You down here. I forgot who said that.
That's what Roman Reigns, remember? Didn't he say that to someone?
He said he said, do you got one of these when he was talking to Cody?
I know, but I'm saying to someone else, I thought he did the I'm here and you're here with. Didn't he do that?
I mean, he got so many great promos throughout his career. I couldn't remember all of them. I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a good guy.
That was the only promo he cut that was good until 2020.
No, you a fake ass bitch. No, only
that was horrible. When he was when he was trying to fight them tears back like the Rock with the Rock is 6'5" and just like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I mean, dog, when you rapping against Nas,
he's the only man who can make Samoans cry with words is John Cena. That's how you know he's the GOAT. He had these guys on the verge of. No, I'm not.
Let's see him try it with Jacob. Hey, homie.
That's why you think he got out when he did.
Right. Because having a promo battle with him. Hey, homie, you want to talk about hustle, loyalty, and respect?
And
what about just the hustle?
So the Jacob Fatu thing. I say this guy, maybe it's our bias, but this guy could be the biggest baby face if they use him correctly. But they won't.
It ain't even bias. It's right there. Am I taking crazy pills? He showed up and everybody went crazy. Now they going crazier. When he cut that first promo, when he was with Solo and them, when he stopped saying just I love you, Solo, and everybody was like,
I love you, my tribal chief.
Yeah. And then after that, when he was like, when he first said y'all I mean, it was over. Because people was like, this y'all I mean, what does this mean?
Oh, gas!
No brakes! Y'all I mean? But me, you, enemies knew exactly what we were dealing with. He was like, dear God, they got them one. I don't mean to sound racial when I say one.
It's the Kill Bill.
And me and David still nerds, by the way, because if he get in that main event at WrestleMania in
I gotta
Vegas,
buy a shirt after that.
Yeah, no, we have to, dog. Because Alliance Stadium, his favorite team, that fucking team that need to be cut from the NFL, the Raiders. That team, main eventing, not that far from home. I'm going to be nervous because I'm like,
you gotta come out with the squad. You gotta come all red up. 50 of them.
Wait, again, you know it's a lot of y'all being Bay Area people in Vegas, right?
Or he's gotta have Marshawn Lynch drive him out on the golf course.
You want a lot of chaos. Marshawn Lynch and him, it's something that's gonna be said. We don't need that on TV. Please don't. I know you don't know this reference, but Jamie Foxx show
with the hype video narrated by Ryan Coogler. So show a Jacob Fatu He's challenging for the title, and this guy's a real guy. He's a Bay Area guy.
Him try look, it's too much. But yeah, I say he has to jump somebody. I mean, who in the men's?
It's Trick Williams, who we forgot to talk about last week. Saying Sami Zayn wore Skechers.
One of my favorite promos
and you
ever.
look like you sank.
You don't comb your hair. Your breath smell like 10 pounds of butt. Bro, I've watched that promo every day since it happened. I said, yeah.
And then he had a long, boring ass match with Ray Phoenix right after that. So that was
I
the thing
don't
where
give
it's
a
like,
damn.
I know, but that was the thing where it's like, fuck, this guy's got to figure out because he's gonna. Once he does, he's gonna have it in the palm of his hand, but he's not there yet.
Like when he stepped out the car yesterday, I was like, I believe.
It is hilarious. Like everyone's like, this guy just doesn't wear a shirt in public anymore. Like his gimmick is just to show up in the same outfit minus a shirt.
Somebody said that in comments yesterday. I saw IG when he hopped out. They said, "Oh, he actually wearing a shirt." I'm like, "Yeah, it's cold where he at."
But yeah, we've got to mention. So he's in the chamber. Javon Evans, who again, you and Amp talked about.
Bojangles, as he was just called this past week.
To me, that wasn't the racial part as much as like, hey, black man, you're not urban enough for me.
Yeah,
more urban.
That was the nail in the coffin.
What the fuck? Like
that pissed me off.
What's that supposed to mean? Like, hey, like, with your
being
you got it with your punk ass and your Papa Cap and his like. That's what you want, Kevin Nash. That's what you want him to say.
You want him to be a nigga. He's not that. He's a good kid. Nothing he does is Bojangles. He don't do no cool.
Kid that's the size of an NBA small forward. That's what.
He could be a shooting guard. He bought the height and about a shooting guard, so yeah. But he 160 pounds.
But Javon Evans, Damian.
You know what?
No, not Damian. Randy Orton, and then
he should have called the New Day Bojangles. Now that's Bojangles.
Well, see, that goes to the Booker T thing of like, and Booker T has the same mindset as Swerve. Like, I want to be the only black guy to hold the title in my company. That's
but look at the person you name it, does.
But that's why Booker T was hating on Kofi, and that's why he was hating on Big E because he wasn't. I mean, they weren't what he wanted as like a black representative, and like.
What do you want him to do?
No, Booker T's reign in WWE is hey! You mean instead of. That's what's Booker T want them to be? Booker T's thing as champion was Booker. Like that's who he was as real champion in WWE. My queen. Like that's who he was as champion in WWE. Don't forget that Booker T. Like they didn't book you as the fake Rock like WCW did. They booked you as the core gesture as the world champion.
It's kind of true. All right, my fault to cut you off. What was the list? It's Javon,
LA Knight, Javon, Trick Williams, and Randy.
Oh, he gonna beat up LA Knight. There you go.
Well, yeah, because they're gonna plan to assassinate LA Knight that night or at WrestleMania. Like,
yeah, that's what they're gonna do. He gonna be the guinea pig. He gonna get knocked out. But I think the finish is because obviously we're not doing predictions, people. But at the same time, we record on
Saturday,
Sundays.
Ironically,
yeah. So we good. I think they're gonna do a double like not count out, but a double pin
in the chamber.
Yeah, the Golden Boy again. I'm not thinking with logic because these dumb motherfuckers don't think with logic.
I know what you mean, yeah, but
so
I think like
the Golden Boy and Jacob are going to pin each other at the same time.
Yeah, that'd be a dumb finish for the.
It's Triple H booking. What you want?
I agree with you. So like that is a dumb finish, and it's like. Oh my god, what's the words like? It's so dumb. It just might work. That's from something.
Right, because how else does he get in at this point? And obviously he will be in the. I think he's gonna be in that main event, not because I want it to happen, but they keep. If he wasn't gonna be in,
the way
he wouldn't do a segment
based off of last night, where as soon as like Cody shows up, Jacob shows up. As soon as Drew shows up, Jacob shows up, and then Cody. It is the thing, like I said, where they're all just like the redacted Wolverine, HBK. Triple H storyline, where they're all within the same vicinity of each other because one guy's out, technically trying to force himself in.
Yeah, which is one of the greatest wrestling matches in history. That's Triple Threat.
But then you look at the rest of the card, and that's the so Finn Balor is obviously going to lose to CM Punk because they're not going to give us Finn Balor versus Roman Reigns in Las Vegas. But they're teasing the Judgment Day finally falling apart, so he's going to face Dom for the IC title at Mania. That's what seems like it's going to be. Stephanie Vicker versus Liv Morgan. If you're saying Jade faces Charlotte, if Charlotte wins the Chamber, so
I don't want to see that. I'm not saying both of them aren't
that's
good.
why they shouldn't have. That's why you don't make Liv Morgan the Royal Rumble winner then.
Well, because the lady, one of the greatest of all time, took that PTO and just decided to get her finger taken care of.
Yeah, that's my point. Like and then you got Obafemi fucking up jobbers still, and like we didn't even.
Hey, that shit was funny last night. It showed his personality. I actually like it.
The guy just needs to show up, toss dudes around, and then get a serious contender at Mania. That's what for the next few weeks. He just needs to beat dudes' ass, and then like who wants to challenge him, and then he doesn't even need the Brock Lesnar match right away or something like that. Like,
I think you do because Brock, that contract they put him on the best minimum.
He doesn't put over newbies, and he certainly doesn't put over people. Because who's the last person to beat Brock Lesnar? Roman Reigns, right?
Several times, yeah.
I'm saying I think that's the only person. I think that was literally the last. I can't remember who's beaten Brock Lesnar since. Oh, Bobby Lashley. No, because that match came after. Yeah.
I mean, so then what you do with Obama?
That's the tricky part. I mean, unless they're going to rush the U.S. title on him and he faces Carmelo Hayes at Mania.
That actually would be fire. That actually gets.
But they're teasing Carmelo Hayes and Ilya Dragunov, but maybe they're teasing a bigger match for the U.S. title in terms of a multi.
They done did Carmelo and Ilya Dragunov like 1,000 times.
Yeah, well, and they're also trying to show Solo Sikoa, who he's just like.
I'm just there to get paid. I can't even be mad.
No, it's his style is like how I described the big boys acting, or like Solo Sikoa. He can't believe the promo he's cutting. You know what I mean? Like that's
what makes it great.
He wants to laugh at how ridiculous he sounds. That's why that faction's a joke. Because it's like he knows, like, look who's in my fucking group. I got the tall ass weak one. I got the one who fucking sucks. Tama Tonga and Jeff Cobb are good, but I'm the fucking leader. Like, that's like, who would believe this faction? And they're feuding.
That's the most accurate thing I've heard people say about the faction. It's Solo like, I can't take this shit serious. Hey, it's like 1, 2, 3.
And they're feuding with the Wyatt Six, and I'll never watch anything the Wyatt Six is involved in. That's a skip for me.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
but
maybe you do Solo versus Oba. Maybe that makes sense.
Then he wanted to beat up all the goddamn coconut niggas.
Yeah.
That he one person. And 2 of them might get him hurt because they can't move. I mean, you can put him against Jeff Cobb. You want to see that?
Well, I mean, Jeff Cobb, he can wrestle, so yeah.
But he 5'2". Obama gonna
that is the hilarious height discrepancy is that.
You know what? Fuck it. You know what I'm about to say. Let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Don't say Oba versus Jacob. No, you can't do. I told you that's the match you have to build towards in the summer.
Or not even that. I was about to go far left. Obama versus Almost.
All right. Good night, everyone. I hope you had a good. Quit breaking up. You get mad at me for bringing up Jake. Quit bringing up Omos. He's done.
Why wouldn't you want to see that match? You got the 2 Nigerian brothers going against each other.
You just said 2 Tongans can't move. You stack them on top of it. That's Omos. He can't move.
But think about it. If you want to show
No.
I'm about to say, I can't say what I want to say. So Godzilla versus Godzilla.
No, that match would be horrible. And the build-up, who's going to top for Omos?
Obama. He can carry the promos.
No, not by himself.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm saying, like, it has to be. He can't just build a match against. How's he going to get people excited for him versus Omos? You're tall. I'm strong. Let's have a match. Like, this ain't New Japan.
You come out here and you say,
no, okay,
that you want to have a match with me when you barely on TV. Are you mad? I told you I got the Nigerian impersonation.
I don't think that's a good idea at all. I think
you want to see him against LA Knight. I know you. I know you.
They're on different shows. If
Does that
Omos is
fucking
on,
matter as of
if
last
Omos,
night?
if Oba, and plus they're gonna do Omos. They're gonna build it up that way, and they're gonna do Omos. Oh my god! Like that's how they're gonna build it. Like
Oh, I mean, they got to do something with LA Knight to get him off his
LA
contract.
Knight's gonna face probably
Eli, Eli Knight,
he's who
Drake
just spelled
Maverick.
that. Drake.
He gonna be in the Andre Battle Royal.
That's in the rest of the card is a shit show. This whole who's the real Grande Americano, this shit sucks.
Yeah, the AI shit was funny though.
No, it wasn't. Only you would laugh at that AI shit. I was just like, I can't believe they actually did that. Like, whoa.
They should have JBL come out with Americano, the Chad Gable version.
It's Chad. You're wasting Chad Gable. It's fucking and he wrestles like Chad Gable. That's why it's even worse.
You got wasted him?
Yes, they are.
Dude, he kind of hit the sky already. If you think about it, he had the great matches with Gunther. He came close to win the IC title.
He should have won. And that's how you know he didn't hit the sky, because he should have won the IC title both times against Gunther and then against Sami Zayn.
I'm with you. Well, shit. I wish my sister could win the title against Sami Zayn. God damn it. I wish you could beat Sami Zayn. Hell, who is bad? MVP could beat Sami Zayn. I'll fucking cheer. And I hate MVP.
Based out, they're probably going to do LA Knight, Javon, and someone versus the Vision. That probably makes sense, because I feel like they're going to drag out
Why
Vision versus LA Knight story.
Why?
Maybe
I don't want to see Logan Paul faction. Because it's his faction now.
Yeah, of course.
That's why he's worse than he was before.
Maybe their partner will be the Masked Man, and that's how they reveal who the Masked Man is at Mania. I don't know. I mean, we're gonna.
Oh, it's not Chad Gable the whole time. It was fucking Dean Malenko.
Chad, what do you mean? Of course, the Masked Man is not Chad Gable. He's El Grande Americano.
No, it's called sarcasm, sir. They're gonna be hilarious. It was him the whole time.
That would be hilarious if he was the Masked Man, and then under El Grande Americano was another person that wrestled just like Chad Gable, and they're yeah. That's how far up their own ass they are with their ideas. They would probably.
And what's up with this box? What is this box shit?
Oh my god! Yeah, let's not like.
I go home on that one.
That reminded me of, and Bruce Pritchard tweeted it that day too, of like that was an idea they had back in 2002 or 2003. It's like, who's gonna come out of the box, or what's gonna come out of it? Like,
yeah. So what's the box in it? Because I've been losing track this past week. So what is this box for? I know what the box I want for, but what is this box for?
Well, it's a crate, I guess we should say. It's a wooden
crate. For elimination chamber? Somebody gonna pop out and what happens?
Maybe, or but again, if someone's in there, how have they been breathing? Like,
but what's the point of the box? I don't get it.
I don't know. Why are you asking me the Triple H questions? Just so we can lie about the answers.
Hey, when y'all think Vinnie Mac ain't there you go. He's still there.
That's a Bruce. Like I said, that's a Bruce Pritchard idea, because he comes up with all the shitty ideas that are like, what? Huh?
Yeah, I'm thinking like the box is for elimination chamber, or you get a match. I don't know. It just, listen, man. We talked about AEW for all of 2 seconds with WWE this past week, and I've been watching since November consistently. I'm just like, I won't be watching SmackDown because I already know what to expect. This blonde hair bitch gonna come out. He gonna say that I won't beat Drew McIntyre. Okay, I don't give a fuck. Show me your wife, respectfully.
Oh wow.
He gonna do that. Drew gonna come out and carry the show, because that's all he know how to do, is just carry people on his back. Our guy Jacob come out, he steals the show. This broad come out and say, I'm that bitch. Okay, what else can you say, mama? You gotta say something else.
Hang on. We the Royce Keys thing we skipped over. So, because that's like, who is he gonna have him? Are they gonna even have him have a match at WrestleMania?
Yeah, he can have a match against Slaughter since they the same age.
Well, he hasn't been on TV, but he's been on Stephanie McMahon's podcast to talk about. Tell us about your mama, Royce. What was your mama like?
We're going to that danger zone I'm about to go in. I'm telling you, they doing that to make him a sympathetic creature. Like they just look at us like animals. Like, he's from a drug dealing family. His grandma was shooting at people. He from East Oakland. He is a former drug dealer, even though he never dealt drugs. His dad. They trying to make the same plays they do with the black workers. They've done it with all of them, make them sympathetic creatures, but they know which ones to do it with. Y'all look at the history. It's the same thing. Why can't he just come out there and be a big ass nigga?
All he's got to do is
Exactly.
show up, slam a dude. You know who I am. Again, you got the same. You know who I am. You know why I'm here. I'm going to do the same thing I've always done. Slam dudes, beat their ass, get titles. It's that fucking simple. That's how you debut a guy. It's the easiest thing in the world to book wrestling. It's not fucking hard. Not at all. But they make it hard because they get up in there like, what if we made it like he's a wizard and the lantern was like a power and then they stole the power from it. And what the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's a wrestling ring. It's not the fucking Harry Potter set. Have matches. Stop doing the what's your name in real life and what's your name on the show. Like, have matches. That's what it's about.
Right.
Ridiculous. They just overcome. That's the thing. Like when I'm watching it again, I'm like, this is why I stop. This shit just you make it too fucking dumb. It should be fucking easy and simple, not dumb.
Right. But no.
We'll talk about movies next week. Again, we'll be recapping my Black History Month movies.
I forgot about that.
And then hopefully we get bigger. The only movie news I think that happened is Adam Wingard left Face Off 2, which I'm glad. I don't think he was a good choice based off him doing 2 Godzilla versus Kong movies. I don't know why he would be the guy to do Face Off 2, to be exact.
Why not?
And then what else was the other thing?
That's shit. They about to. Oh, if you want to talk about it real quick before we go home, but before we call it, you might be right about the Batman too, because they wait till May to shoot Robert Pattinson scenes.
Stuff like that makes sense. But
July, I think they start shooting his scenes.
It is just like you can. That's how movie sets tend to work too. Like you can shoot around actors, especially like.
But with him,
he's the focal point of the movie. Obviously, he's the Batman. So.
No, with him, he just seemed like he keep delaying it. Like, hey, I'll be there tomorrow. I got y'all.
And then there was a story, well, not a story, a rumor, because I don't trust the source either, that they want to then get the next Batman in the works right away, so James Gunn can get his Batman started. And I'm like, I don't believe that for a second, because it took 4 fucking years to make this Batman. How are they gonna get the third one and turn around that quick? So
5 years.
Yeah. At least. So James Gunn's Batman is never going to happen, because after his second Superman, he won't have that fucking job anymore, because Netflix will own it and they'll probably shit can him.
Yeah, and they shooting that in the next couple of weeks, so that's how you know people felt. Hey, I gotta hurry up, y'all.
Exactly.
Hey, this merger. Hey, I gotta hurry up and work.
I got a job I shouldn't have gotten in the first place. I gotta hurry up and get what I need to.
Yeah, let's shoot this shit right now. I got the script, everything. Let's shoot right now.
Yeah.
That's how you know we're 2 weeks up. So you trying to get your last couple of paychecks. You like, hey, let's go.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, how much longer is this sale of Warner Brothers to Netflix gonna go? Because Paramount is still like, let us buy it. Let us buy
$5 for you, man.
Yeah.
Come on, baby. We Paramount, baby. That's all they doing. They on their knees. Come on, baby. Work with us.
And then apparently Ronda Rousey just said, she was about to come back to the UFC because Dana White was going to give her a big time deal. No, I'm saying like, but the Paramount buying them stopped contracts. Like, it would have looked bad for her to get a big time deal and then the Paramount deal happened. So that's why she's back to fight Gina Carano.
Come on, son. You know she stayed lying.
She should fight. Remember
Floyd?
10 years. They wanted her to fight him 10 years ago. At this point, he might as well fight her. Shit.
He's gonna fight another one of his women. Don't forget, real intergender match. I still need money. I need that drop again. I still need money. Like, boy, when y'all think y'all fucked up.
He's probably gonna have to come back to WWE, to be honest.
Dog, he gonna WWE, AEW, MLW, boxing, MMA, boy. And it's just the time and
Him
everything. He was
versus
like,
Connor too.
so Showtime owed me $260 million, but yet I'm unretired. Oh boy, you just gave all the sauce away that you fucked up.
Yeah, and then like I said, the money team card too. Like that's how you know like you are broke, broke, broke,
Yeah,
broke, broke.
look, Leonard Al Heyman, he took $200 million from me.
Is that
But
all you
then you
had,
said you
Floyd? Was
well
two
off.
hundred million?
Yeah, but then you said you well off. So I got investments and in New York. I'm doing well. I'm doing well in my businesses. Yo, stupid asses. Look, I don't care how much money you got. Buying $1 million watch is stupid. But I'm alright. So they count my money. I'm the cash cow. Like, bro, the timing of everything lets everybody know, yeah, you fucked up.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially with that, it's just like, bro, this ain't, as the kids say, humiliation ritual. That's just pathetic.
No,
Like,
it's
yeah,
just yeah.
yeah,
For what
he's fucked up.
like
When you
like
say,
say,
"Oh, I'm unretired," dog, you 47 years old.
you're unretired after the fake fight you were gonna have after you're gonna have with Mike Tyson. That's the point. Is they're gonna have this fight and then he's gonna have legit fights after that. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And your brain gonna be so scrambled because Mike already shoot hate him, and besides that, it's a huge weight difference.
you think they're even gonna throw punches? Because the whole point of that Jake Paul
Yeah,
fight.
Mike Tyson really don't like this dude.
So you think he's really gonna want to kill him?
He don't
So
like
why would he? Why would he agree? Why would Floyd agree to that? Besides being broke, obviously. But do
That's
you
it.
know
We
this?
could just move on. That's it.
All right, but it's like, don't you know that this guy could probably still kill someone with his power?
And
Or
he's
is
going to
Floyd?
try to kill Floyd.
I guess Mike's gas tank versus Floyd's. Yeah, maybe he feels like he won't even touch me. I'll do so much ducking and dodging. Yeah,
But if he do hit you, that's your ass,
that's
Mr.
my point.
Postman.
Is if he somehow does like the get over here and then punches him once and then like
Bruh.
drops.
And it's all a ploy. That 50-0, 51-0 record, that shit done. He gonna lose. It's an exhibition, so they ain't gonna count it.
Hey,
He
all
gonna
records got to
I
get
told you the
broken.
booking already. They're gonna put him against what's the crack? Jake Paul. They're gonna put him against him. He gonna lose. They're gonna put him against Pacquiao. He gonna lose because that fight is. I'm giving y'all to November. That fight gonna happen. Pacquiao versus Floyd. Y'all could, because Floyd or many, he fucked up. He coming back to boxing. He already came back, but for
Well,
real,
he
he
was. The irony was that these are two guys who always piss through their money. One one did it in a sense that when you know Filipinos, you know they got a lot of family, so that was
have to
Manny's
take
whole thing.
care of my family.
And then
I
Floyd's thing was, I'm just going to show you how much money I make by spending all the money I make, just so I can make more of it back. So
yeah, but Manny, I mean, yeah, and he lost a Nike deal. I don't
yeah,
believe in what they do. No man should kiss another man,
but
but that's my beliefs.
yeah, they're gonna. That's what I mean. Like just have him fight Adrian Broner at this point. Have him fight anyone who he's
Dude,
had beef
Adrian
with.
Broner ain't got no equilibrium.
Then
He's
it's
a
an easy
drunk.
fight.
His liver is fucked up. If he stand up right now, he might fall. And he out of shape. He eat. I saw this motherfucker eat a fried bologna sandwich in a 1 bedroom apartment. Boxing is not meant for you to win. The only people that made money, shit, George Foreman had to sell grills. But in
I was about to
boxing,
say he did not make money. That was the point. His comeback was he did
yeah,
not make money.
Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike, and Mosley are probably the only two people I could think in, and obviously Ali are about the only three people that made money in boxing and kept it. Uh, Marcus Mariota, he made a lot of money, but
Marcus,
this
the football
motherfucker.
player?
No, not Marcus Mariota. The boxer, the Spanish boxer that knocked out
Oh, Marcus
Brown.
Maidana. Because
Yeah,
he
Madonna.
the whole point was when they said after he got that second Floyd fight, he retired because he's like, this is so much money, I can go back to my country and live like a king.
That's why. Like he had a new rollie on, and there's no telling where he put his bread at.
I mean,
Like,
if you make investments and all that too, if you
yeah, in cocaine. If you're going South America.
I wasn't trying to be as obvious as you were, but yeah,
You know me, I'm very literal.
the booger sugar.
Yeah. But
But
all right,
we're
Sean.
wrapping up, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, all that. on the way to 500, then 10,000. Banks versus Davis live on YouTube every week. Turn those notifications on so you never miss out. Make sure you check Banks over at Black Announce Table's Patreon with Eve with Wiretap. Random Acts of Podcast, Patreon, Tangent with Dot coming soon. Never.
Right.
And then bonus episodes of AMP. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.